let's worry about the Boilermakers. Boilermakers have got a very good chance to make the playoffs. They're playing a very good team in the Rockridge Rockets. But I do think that if you look at the schedule they have played very well. The problem is, like last week, they played a very, not very good in the Sherrard team. Nothing against them. I'm not trying to say that to be mean to them, but the Sherrard Tigers are not the same caliber as Rockets, and they actually Rockridge at halftime, and it was kind of a situation where they don't like that to happen. Rockridge didn't like it because they wanted to become, of course, they wanted to have a higher seed in the playoffs. That's what they're playing for too, because they've already clinched the Western Division Championship in the Three Rivers Athletic Conference on the Western Division, and of course the Boilermakers are fighting for their playoff lives. They were 3-5 after that loss to the Hall Township Red Devils, and they came up with a big overtime victory last week. Very, very tough game, 35-34. And, we talked about it, that's a team game, okay? But, I'm looking at it from the fact that the kicker for Kewanee, Brady Clark, had 5 extra points. They had 3 2-point conversions, and Kewanee had all 5 of their kicks that went through. Now the blocking was good, the snap was good, the hold was good, and they were able to go ahead and come away with a 1-point victory in overtime. So our congratulations to the Boilermakers. We're looking forward to seeing a very good game here coming up. And I will open the window here, folks, so you won't see any shadows and you won't see anything else. And we will try to make sure that we keep abreast of what's going on. But all that being said, we sure appreciate you listening and watching tonight. It's the Kewanee Boilermakers and the Rockridge Rockets. Rockridge, by the way, so far this year, I'll give you their information. They are right now, I believe, they 6-1 on the season. Kewanee comes with a record of 3-4. With any luck, one way or the other, Kewanee would have another 2 victories, maybe even 3. Game was not, they were not going to win that one, but the rest of them, Kewanee's been very competitive in, and that kind of tells you a story in that respect alone. But anyway, Rockridge, they've played very good teams. Their record thus far, as I mentioned, they lost the first game of the season to Princeton. Go figure that one out. They beat Newman Central the second game of the season in a crossover, 33-8, and of course Riverdale had the forfeit because they didn't have a team this year. Harry Provincetown lost to the Rockets by a score of 51-21. Monmouth Roseville, Kewanee barely lost to this team, and I think they actually played Monmouth Roseville. It was a 28-22 victory for Monmouth Roseville, and they beat Morrison 36-22, and they beat Sherrard 35-21. But again, at halftime, we'll mention it again. I believe it was the 21-7 lead at halftime, and the Rockridge Rockets ended up scoring the last 28 points of that game, so they won at 35-21. But Kewanee, again, fighting for their playoff lives here. They need to get a victory here. If they do that, they can be successful and make the playoffs. They got one more victory against the Newman Central Catholic Comets, and then they can do it. We're looking forward to bringing you this game tonight. And the Boilermakers, again, are going to have one of their players back, which is a tremendous lift to the team. If you're looking for energy and a little bit of an opportunity for Kewanee, and that is that they're one of their best players and one of their you could say heart and soul of the team is coming back to play in this game, and that is the lineman for the Kewanee Boilermakers. And with having Jackson Hicks in there, wow, what a huge difference it is for Kewanee. He's not going to start from the information I got from Coach Swanson, Coach Brad Swanson, but he definitely will be playing in this game. And it gives you a nice flavor of moving things around. But also, big key in this game tonight is the fact that the Boilermakers are going to have many players to play. So now, all that being said, what does that mean? Well, it means they still got to play the game. But Kewanee is going to have, we've got my cheat sheet here tells me some of the things that Kewanee has to do. What hurt Kewanee in the first few games of the season were penalties. They've got to keep down the penalties. I can understand once in a while a 5-yarder here or there. They cannot have a bunch of them. They've got to keep that down. Secondly, the thing that I feel anyway is going to be very important, field position. They've got to have the field position. And I'm looking, there's Jackson Hicks out there right now. He has his left, his knee, one of his knees, I can't remember which one it is. I think it's the right one. He has it heavily wrapped, but he's just itching to get in there, obviously. And much kudos go out to John DeBoard of the Kewanee Physical Therapy and Rehab Specialist. He was working with him for the last few weeks, and ever since going out, this really helps him out, and we're seeing him right now, and all the lateral movements are okay, it looks like so far. But hopefully he is able to go ahead and play like he can. And when you have that type of quality coming off the bench, you're going to have a lot of opportunities to keep people fresh and playing up to their abilities, that's for sure. Kewanee needs to control the clock. They've got to keep this high-powered offense off the field for this very tough Rockridge Rockets team. The energy, I mentioned that earlier, I should say, and that is important. And the energy that Kewanee has is going to make a difference in this game. And I think that is part of it happening is having Jackson Hicks out there, and he's one of the captains for the team, of course, and that's going to make a big difference. One thing that hurt Kewanee in the last few weeks, until last week, they did not finish drives. Well, now they've got an opportunity to finish the drives in this game. If they're able to finish the drives in this game, then again, success breeds success, and that's going to happen. The weather, it's about 45 degrees out, I think is what it is. And not only 45 degrees, but also it's kind of spitting out a little bit. Not like a real spit, but just not a lot of heavy rain, just rain coming down is the only negative part. But all that being said, hey, look, it's a night that Kewanee, it really favors the Boilermakers, I feel anyway. The weather does. And then Kewanee, of course, in their road uniforms, their white pants and white jerseys and black numerals outlined in orange, and also the black helmets with a big K on the back of it. Line play. One thing I noticed when I was making my cheat sheet out here was the Rockridge line. Their line is really big. They've got one gentleman, his name is Caden Hart. He's 6'5", 295 pounds. And they've got another young man, Vaughn Frere. He's a 6'1", 210-pound junior. Camden Weiner, a 5', 220-pound senior. Tanner McKay is a 6'2", 210-pound freshman. And this is the guy that really just jumped out at me. Landon Bull, a 6'4", 220-pound sophomore. They run out of they've got 4 wide receivers, 1 running back, and their quarterback. Now, I'm looking on the sidelines, and the number 15 is out there in his jersey, and that is Jacob Baines.
Is that their starting quarterback?
Yeah. Here, Jeremy, let me put this over in front of you too, so people can hear you and well,
sure. So we'll wait till game time and then open up and try to get a good view out the window. Once keep the heat in while we can, I guess, because it's a gusty night too. The wind's kind of gusting here and there. It's definitely going to cause some problems for both teams. But like you said, I think it could benefit Kewanee. It's a really good team that they're facing. So adverse conditions, you never know what can happen, and that might, if Kewanee can hold on to the ball and Rockridge can't, that can play a big part in it.
You can. Turnovers, Kewanee cannot turn the ball over either. And we're going over some of the keys to the game, I think, Jeremy. Turnovers are important for Kewanee to force the turnovers, but they are going to also conversely can have to take care of the football. And the playoffs started last week for Kewanee, and they got the first victory. Now they need to get another one this week and another one next week against the Newman Central Catholic team, which is tough. And then they need to really clean. They cleaned the zone out how many times last week against Mendota, Jeremy? And they did a great job in cleaning out that zone. What I mean by that is they ran receivers over there, and then the line gave Clark enough time to go back to pass, and he got the trailer how many times?
Yeah, several times. I know the one touchdown play, it was really nice. We both noticed how, they ran a route, took took the cornerback out of the area, so it left a linebacker on a receiver. And really good play design. I thought the coaching staff did a really good job last week. And let's hope they can duplicate some of that stuff and get a W again this week.
Well, the Lions they're going to have I'll spit it out yet. I'm looking at him out there. I'm looking at my cheat sheet. I'm looking at the camera to make sure it's all okay. And Rockridge and Kiwanis out there going to have the coin flip to see who's going to be receiving the football first and what end of the field it will come from. Jeremy, I don't see a whole heck of a lot of wind. I know it's going to be blustery out there, but
well, if you look at the top of the goalposts up there, they're going straight sideways. So I think we're going to get a lot of fresh air as soon as we pop this open here.
Well, maybe that's a good thing.
It might be. Yeah.
So
after the ride over, yeah. But yeah, we'll see what the Boilermakers can do tonight. Like I said, it's going to affect both teams, obviously the same. But if Kiwani can find a way to hold on to the ball and maybe pop it loose from Rockridge, that's key. Turnovers always are. But we'll see how it goes. Their quarterback that's out there warming up right now looks like, let's see, is it number 21 and number 6 they have out there?
And Kiwani, by the way, won the coin toss. They elected to defer to the second half, and the Rockridge Rockets will be defending. This is I believe, a north-south field. I believe. Oh, and I see the flags out on this window over here, Jeremy.
It's gonna blow. It's gonna come right on in as soon as we open it up. So
Kiwani will be defending.
21 looks like he's taking the snaps. So they have him down as a wide receiver. That's Connor Deem.
Yeah.
5'11", 200-pound junior. Looks like he may have taken over the quarterback slot because, like you said, number 15, Jacob Bain, their 6'2", 210-pound senior, is in a cast and crutches. So that could come into effect for sure. They're running their second string quarterback, and Kiwani of course has Brady Clark. So we'll see if we can pull the advantage in that department.
When talking with Jerry Salisbury, he had heard that exact same thing, by the way. And it's important to know that these teams Kiwani used to get just shellacked by this team regularly. Well, all of a sudden, the last few times Kiwani's played Rockridge, they've been the aggressor and they've won, including last year, when that game last year hinged on Jaden Little catch, or I should say a catch. Jaden Little's strip, he picked it up and went in for the touchdown and gives Kiwani that victory last year. Otherwise, Kiwani doesn't get that 8th victory of the year.
That was probably one of the most exciting games of the year last year, the 8th game. And I was just about to say, I remember, well, that's the ball game because with that first down that they had just gotten, they could have just ran the clock out. And they were literally going to kneel down. But Brady Clark came out of nowhere, stripped the ball out. Jaden Little scooped it up and scored and gave Kiwani. Did that give us the lead? That gave us the lead then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was about a 25, 30-yard run back, if I remember correctly, from last year. But that was a fun time. So that was a Saturday game? Wasn't it daytime? It seemed like it was daytime.
The Plano game was. I think that was at night. Okay. I think it was. And the Newman game was at night too. Yeah, they had. I'm trying to remember the last couple of years. They played. Did they play against Rockridge? It was a day game at Kiwani that they beat Rockridge.
So, it seems like I remember it being in the sunshine, and it was a nice day. Especially for week 8, so we're in week 8 right now, right?
Yeah, we are.
So I'm going to go different weather right now.
I'm going to give the starting lineup then for the Kiwani for their defense. First of all, Blake Johnston, he's a 6'1", 205-pound junior. He's one of the ends, and Jackson Hawkins, a 5'11", 195-pound junior, will be the other end. The two tackles, Corbin Powers, a 6'2", 260-pound junior, and Parker DeBoer, a 5'9", 170-pound senior. Kiwani again in that 4-3 pro-style defense, 4-3-4. The three linebackers, they're good ones, by the way, folks. Garrett Pennant, a 6'1", 145-pound senior. And another nice thing is the fact that they have Jaden Little, a 6'2", 175-pound senior, as well as Alex Duarte, a 6'1", 195-pound sophomore. Kiwani just keeps, it feels like they just keep reloading with these people. Plus, they also have Nate Lockett, who will be coming in as over the defensive area, and that is Nate Lockett, of course, a 5'11", 200-pound senior. He'll also give them a spell on the offensive backfield too, by the way. Also, the defensive backfield, Brady Clark, a 6'3", 175-pound junior, as well as Devin Hamrick, a 6'2", 145-pound senior, and Devontae Jordan, a 6', 155-pound sophomore, and Landon Mason, a 5'6", 130-pound junior. And the offense for the Rockridge Rockets will be Jacob Bain is supposed to be. That's what I got today when I called or I should say emailed their coach, Sam Graves, but he is not going to play. So you gave the John, we'll give his name here in just a minute again. The running back will be Alex
Head coach of the Rockets,
Zabalatanis, I believe, Zabalatanis. And the wide receivers, there's 4 of them. Kind of a different type of offense. Cameron Bob, he is really good, a 5'11", 170-pound senior. And Chris Geyer, a 5'9", 170-pound senior. Other 2 wide receivers, Peyton Locke, a 5'11", 175-pound senior. And Reed Mueller, a 5'10", 170-pound junior. I already gave you their interior line, the 5 interior line. We'll give you the quarterback when we have time. And I think we're going to have the playing of our national anthem here. And yeah, I'm just waiting for the national anthem.
Let's try.
Go ahead.
Look like we should play.
You could do that.
And then maybe we go through the window, maybe.
The water is still showing up there, though. So we're probably going to have to. Yeah. Okay, we'll do that right now.
Does this one slide that way?
Oh,
our principal is Ms. Katie Hassan.
No.
Our athletic director is Ms. Daphne Gray.
That one doesn't either. It'll have to be over here.
Scoreboard operators are Ms. Amanda Lewis and Ms. Michelle Reyes.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's do that then.
Yeah, I'll try to keep it.
Okay. Oh, that's a much better picture.
The Rockridge leaders,
People are going to enjoy
cheerleaders
that.
head
Yeah.
coach
There
is
we go.
Joey Stanforth.
Thank you.
Her assistant is Gail Hahn.
I think we probably can
Our band director is Mr. Jake Walker.
do this.
The head of the flags is Mr. Curtis Fisher Oschlager.
How that, Jerry?
Our dance team director is Miss Amy Hofer.
How about that?
And her assistant is Ms. Lauren
What do you think?
Stigmiller.
It still looks alright, I think.
Okay, good. My wife. She loves that song.
All right, trying to get it all
Helping
set
to paint
up.
the field this
adjusting
week
our
is Mr.
locations
Eric
here.
Lindquist, Mr. Dale Mueller, and Mr. Johnny Bush.
I'll
We
try
also
to
had
zoom in a
4
little
student
bit once
helpers
we
come
get
down,
the game started.
and I
going
really
on.
apologize.
Thank you.
I can think of 3 of them. I can't think of the 4th, so I can't recognize any one of them. So I really want to thank all 4 of those young guys that came down to help paint the field.
So I've given you most of the keys. I don't know generally what you think about them, but finish the drives. That's the thing that I mentioned. Big opportunity for the Boilermakers here tonight. Gotta get out that fast start again too, I think. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. If whoever can score first is always a big thing. Kewan's done a really good job in the second half, coming out of the second half and jumping on the other team all year long. They've been pretty good at that. Not so much in the Princeton game, but we don't want to talk about that game much.
Not too many people do like to talk about that.
No, that's never really a fun one to talk about. But
oh my goodness.
it is interesting that that their quarterback,
Our varsity
obviously
cheerleaders
has
are
a cast on
Freshman,
him, so that's
Madison
going to make a
Brashears.
difference. Their right receiver is going to move over.
sophomores
and
Lily
play
Bolt,
quarterback for him. So
Emma
that,
DeCaro,
takes probably the
Marissa
biggest talent
Golly,
on their team out.
and Claire Stanford.
And that can have an effect, and hopefully the Boilermakers, they want to keep in the playoff hunt.
Juniors
Need to win
Faith
tonight.
Frieden, Beatrice Mandola,
The Boilermakers really had a
Mendolia.
very nice game last week against the
Kylie
very tough
Meyer,
Mendola
Bailey
team.
Saldana,
one more thing I want to mention. Next week
Erica
we'll be on the air at
Stuck,
6:30.
and Michaela Well.
And
Seniors,
we will then at that point
Haley
in time
Cosmaker,
have...
Kayla Hines, and Emily
That's
Jensen.
awful loud. It's hard to talk over that. But anyway, no, that's fine. Just leave it like it is. But we will be on there for senior night, and we're going to try to
Dance
talk to
team
all of the Kewanee
Members,
football players. that
freshmen
come
are
up and
Avery
talk to
Flynn,
us.
Holly Ford, Lisa Harris, and Emma Gill.
Okay, let me give you the advertisers for WKI since we are now on with WKI. Sponsor list for WKI are as follows: Kewanee Galva and Stark County Physical Therapy and Rehab Specialists, Union Federal Savings Loan Association, as well as Charlie's Pizza, People's National Bank, Great Dane, Motor City Chevrolet Buick and GMC Truck, Martin Brothers, State Bank of Toulon, also Beck's South, as well as All Sides Construction, American Steel Carport, and Elgin's Heating and Air Conditioning. So there's our sponsors for the game, and I hope you will enjoy the broadcast as much as we're going to enjoy bringing it to you. And you said the gentleman was Connor Deem, was the player that's going to be on offense. Is that right?
Number 21, I saw him taking snaps when they were warming up. So they had him listed as a wide receiver, defensive back. But it looks like, from what I could gather, it looks like he's going to be moving over to quarterback.
Okay. And now we're going to have the playing of our national anthem, Jeremy.
We'll listen to that.
And now stay on your feet as the band plays the Rockridge fight song.
Okay, nice version of the national anthem by the pet band for Rockridge. Now they're going to have their Rockridge fight song, and we'll get underway here tonight for the Kewanee Boilermakers and the Rockridge Rockets. Kewanee's got everything to play for, quite frankly. My wife says I say quite frankly too much. But Chris, I'm sorry, I'm saying it because I do believe it. Quite frankly, the Boilermakers have got everything to play for. Rockridge has already got their 6 victories, and they've won the Western Division of the Three Rivers Athletic Conference. And Jeremy, you've seen this team all year. You've seen what they've got, and they play they play like an outstanding team. I'm talking about Kewanee at times. Sometimes they stub their foot a little bit here and there.
Well, every week we have to talk about. Let's hope we can remember the counts. You know, when we go up there, we don't jump off sides. And had a lot of injury or a lot of penalties. Speaking of injuries, though, I don't know if you mentioned that, but Jackson Hicks will be playing tonight some, which is great to hear. It looked like a pretty bad injury. A couple of games ago, was that the Hall game? I think that had happened, or
Bureau Valley.
Bureau Valley game. Okay. But yeah, he racked up his knee pretty good, but luckily he didn't need any surgery or anything, and he's back in pads tonight. So, and he's really key. I mean, he's just a beast on the defensive line, and you know, we've seen him almost take handoffs a few times from the opposing quarterback. So that'll be a big bonus, big boost to the Boilermakers to have Jackson Hicks back playing.
And you know, the sophomores, I saw that the Riveters were victorious again last Monday night. They're playing very good football. And I've got to give a lot of credit to the coaching staff, but I've got to give a lot of credit too, also, Jeremy, to the student athletes, because they are really playing very good football and not making a huge amount of mistakes. It's fun to watch them. And by the way, I just noticed, and it's about an 8 to 10 mile per hour breeze out of the south-southwest to the north-northeast, and it's going higher than that as time goes on.
All right, well, let's get the good good camera work rolling. We're about at game time here, it looks like.
And that's for all the sports programs here at the Rockridge High School and for CBI Bank and Trust, sponsor of the Rocket Nation program.
Again,
Great job, folks.
Kicking off, and that will be, number 3, which will be just a minute. I've got to get my sheet out. Isaac Contreras. Thank you for the number, Jerry. Jerry, you should see he's got 3 stat sheets, and they're a mile long, and he's got about 5 or 6 sheets on. It's really cool to see. So Kiwani will be kicking off. I think they're trying an onside kick here. What do you think, Jeremy?
Well, you never can tell. I wouldn't mind seeing them do it like they did at the end of the first half last week, where they just dropped it down, over the head of the first line and in front of the second line, and see if we can have somebody real quick get down there and jump on it again.
Isaac Contreras has a very strong leg, and there it is. He's got a nice kick, and we're underway here at Edgerton, Illinois, and it's dropped at the 10-yard line. It goes out of bounds. Kiwani will be facing a very good Rockridge team, but they are at their own 12-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rockridge Rockets at their own 12-yard line. And who's
the kickoff
coming in again?
Out of bounds.
Number 21, you said, Jeremy?
Well, he's out there. Let's see if he lines up.
It'll be put in play, 1st and 10, Rockridge.
Yep, that's him. That is him, all right. And that is Connor Deem. He is a 5'11", 200-pound junior.
1st and 10,
Brayton Deem, his brother, played for them
line.
last year. So, again, Kiwani with a chance to maybe get a hold of something here when you maybe get a turnover. That was a fumble that time. Now they got a man in motion. And, again, they've got a very pro type of offense. 1 man in the backfield and pistol position for the quarterback, Deem. Deem gets the ball, and you got to be careful with a wet ball. It's thrown out and now there's going to be a hit, a heck of a hit, 1st and 10, but it's going to be a gain of about 4 in the play. The linebacker coming across who just got smacked.
Do you know who caught that ball? What number that was?
Number 11.
Number 11? Oh, okay.
Pass complete to Chris Geyer.
Byron.
Picks up about 5 yards, 2nd and 5. Tackle was made by Alex Duarte.
Sorry. It's hard to see, so I apologize, folks. So 2nd down and 4 for the Rockridge Rockets, that their own, I believe, 16-yard line. Just underway here in Edgerton, Illinois for the Rockridge Rockets and the Kiwani Boilermakers. Ball is going to be kept by the running back, and Kiwani let him have both barrels, didn't he?
Good job by the Boiler defensive line right there. They stuffed that play.
And Duarte got a hold of Alex
Zablatanis, the ball carrier.
Zablatanis, and put him down. I don't think he got a yard that time. I think maybe he lost about 3.
Boilermaker tacklers.
No, I take that back.
3rd and 5 for the
Rockets. Say lost 1. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Slot to the right-hand side and the left-hand side for the Rockridge Rockets. And now going to the pistol formation is Deem, their quarterback. Again, their starting quarterback broke his leg in the game last week. And he keeps it. He runs up the middle, and he's going to be hit once, twice. He's going to be close, and he's going to have the 1st down.
Wow, he had a lot of push there. The Boilers stood him up a couple of yards short of the 1st down, but he got low and powered
picked up the 1st down for the Rockets.
I'm sorry, that was Locke. I didn't think
Jackson Hawkins.
I didn't think that he handed it off. Locke had over 1,000 yards last year.
Ball on the Rockridge 25-yard line.
Peyton Locke ran that ball. Sorry, Jeremy. Maybe you guys can switch off here on the light. And now with the football, 1st and 10, and it's going to be out there in the flat. It's going to be hit. Is that Locke again, I think?
Number 26, that's Locke.
Connor Dean's pass complete to Peyton Locke.
They've been leaning on him a lot this year. Gain of 9 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
Brought down by Devontae Jordan.
34-yard line. Jordan comes up from his
2nd and 1 for the Rockets
position, and he comes over there with Little and makes the hit. 2nd down and 1, and they're waiting to get the play from the coach for, I believe that's Coach Graves, if I'm not mistaken. 2nd down and 1. Pistol position once again. Deem is going to hand the ball off, and Kiwani was ready for that one. Is the ball on the ground? They got it. Kiwani got the ball, I think. Let's see.
That was a huge hit. Who came in there and flew in there? It was number 9. Is that Blake Johnson?
Blake Johnston.
Boy, yeah, he just came flying across the line.
Play
Snapped him
recovered
up,
by Alex Arlatanis.
Yep.
A loss of about 3, third down 4.
So they're at their own 31-yard line, Rockridge is. And Kewaunee defense, Blake Johnston came just storming across that line of scrimmage thanks to Jerry Salisbury. Jerry's got those eagle eyes. And Kewaunee, once again, you're going to look at a pass here, obviously, unless they get to Locke again. Locke is so quick to the point of attack. He reminds me a lot of Brady at St. Bede. Very, very quick. And the pass is going to be thrown out there. In the flat, it's going to be caught, and it's going to be a first down again. Catching it that time is Peyton Locke again. Well, they're going to
Pass
double
complete
him.
to Peyton Locke for the first down.
So first and 10 for
out to the 37.
Rockridge
Tackle on the
Rockets.
play by
8:23 left to go in the
Mason.
first quarter. Mason on the tackle for the Boilers. So 8:13 left to go again in this first quarter. Rockridge had got the opening kick, and they still got the ball. They had their own 12-yard line. They moved it out to their own 38-yard line now. Ball's going to be handed off, and Kewaunee coming across there, but they do not have the edge. And Locke is going down the sidelines. He could go. And he is going to be in for the touchdown. 63-yard touchdown.
Peyton Locke in for the touchdown.
No flags. Kewaunee trailing now. 6-0.
62-yard touchdown by Peyton Locke.
And we'll see what Rockridge does. Are they going to try to kick here, or are they going to go with a run? Now they're going to go for the kick, it looks like. And
I can't see his number. Oh, shoot. That's not Russ. It fell out of the thing.
30. And it's good.
I don't know. They're still on here. Sorry about that. Tripod kind of gave out.
The kick was
first
good.
Quarter, Rockridge
7:55 left to go in the first quarter. Rockridge is taking a 7-0 lead. Boy, they didn't miss their quarterback, Jacob Maine, whatsoever that time. And they made the Kewaunee pay for coming up too far.
Tonight's game is being carried by our good friends over at Toledo, WRMJ, WRMJ.com, with Ty Taylor doing the play-by-play. And also on Mediacom, Channel 22. I know Johnny Marks is over there, but I'm not sure who his partner is.
And Kewaunee will go ahead and receive this kick now. And back deep for the Boilermakers. Trying to see that number. It's going to be Amos. And
Austin Vendigees to kick off for the Rockets.
Ben Taylor on the far side. And here's the kickoff. And it's going to be a deep one. Kewaunee keeps it, and Amos is going to be knocked out of bounds. He almost didn't come up fast enough because the Rockridge player came down there so fast.
That was reminiscent of last week.
Yeah.
They did
Amos
two and no,
on the return for the
popped ball up,
Boilermakers.
and they had a guy streaking down there. Luckily, Traylon jumped on that ball before the Rockridge guy did, so pretty decent field position for the Boilermakers. Looks like they're
Knocked out of bounds by Chris Guy.
They're
First and
30-yard
10.
line, their own 30-yard line.
Kewaunee at their own 32.
Boy, so that touchdown, that's a 63-yard touchdown, huh?
Yeah.
Was that Locke that ran it?
Yes.
Okay.
And the Boilermakers on offense, Brady Clark is their quarterback, and he is going to be in the shotgun position. Back to pass, being chased over there. He's making people miss again, but there's going to be a flag on the play. And boy, they got all over him. Kewaunee has got, there's going to be a hold on Kewaunee. This will be
Reese
fine.
Finch on the sack of
Boy,
the quarterback.
I don't
There
know
was
if you
a
noticed
flag on the play.
that touchdown, though, right in front of us. He was breaking away from the line. One of the Boilermakers got tackled. I mean, just literally tackled. It was kind of in the mix, so it wasn't out in the open. The refs missed that one. But, yeah, that was a tough one because it pretty much led right to that touchdown.
Well, the first play from scrimmage, Kewaunee, unfortunately, lost yardage. And I'm thinking it's like a 3-yard loss, if I'm not mistaken. It's hard to tell from our angle here. Or did they accept?
Well, they're just calling holding, decline.
Yeah, it would be declined. There's no reason for them to accept it.
Holding was a call against the Boilermakers. penalties declined. There was a loss on the play of about
so
6.
It'll
It'll be second down 16 for the Boilers.
Second down 16, and Kewanee is back at it again here. Split out the left-hand side is Taylor. Slot to the right-hand side. The ball's going to be given to the running back, and he is going to get through the line, but he is going to be hit. And he goes down in a hurry. I believe that was Pettit. I think.
Landon Mason with the ball. Brought down by Reese Finch. No gain on the play. Third down and 16.
Kewanee needs to start fast, and they've not started fast in this game. And again, Clark back to pass, and he is going to run to the right-hand side. He's going to throw the ball. Nope, he's going to run.
Yep, he threw it down the sidelines there. They're saying it was a catch by...
Brady Clark's pass completes to Ben Taylor.
That's Ben Taylor that caught that.
Yeah.
So that makes it more manageable. Oh, no, that brings up fourth down.
Yeah. So the Boilermakers will be happy.
Trevor Dye on the stop brings up 4th and about 7 for the Boilermakers.
And once again, this is where Kewanee usually does the punt. And now they do. There's nobody back deep for Rockridge. And there's the quick pooch kick. And it's going to go over everybody's head. And going to go sideways. Almost touch the Rockridge player. Sorry. And down to the 41-yard line is where it goes. It'll be 1st and 10 for Rockridge. With 6:29 left to go in the first quarter. And Rockridge leads it by a score of 7-0.
Well, that was a different kind of kick.
It'll
right
be
there,
1st and 10 for the Rockets. The ball at their own 41.
It's kind of a good idea, actually. We saw it last week. If it, if it hits one of the Rockridge players, then it can be a live ball. Apparently, because that's what happened last week.
And the Boilermakers need to, at this point in time now, they've got to play the good defense. They stifled the running game a few times, but
one big play last possession for Rockridge. Yeah, but they did have 2 first downs before the big play. So.
And 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. Much better field position for Rockridge than the last time. 1 man in the backfield. And the ball back to pass now is Dean, the quarterback, and he's going to throw the ball in the flat. And it's caught in between 2 players. And Kewanee's defensive back has got to figure out what's going on here. 59-yard touchdown pass.
That's Peyton Locke again. He was just streaking across the middle there in between the 2 safeties.
Peyton Locke into the touchdown.
He picked it up and outran everybody to the end zone. So
59-yard touchdown pass.
Again, all I can say is
that
Rockridge doesn't have anything to play for here except for maybe another victory, and Kewanee has got everything to play for here. They're trailing at 13-0 now. And witness to their back, of course, but don't quite understand this at all. The 2 defensive backs got mixed up, obviously. There's the kick. It's going to be up, and it is good. And that makes it 14-0. Kewanee will get the ball for the second time.
Austin Vanderkee's
backwards.
is up and good. With 6:20 left in the first quarter to score. Rockridge 14, Kewanee nothing.
But let me give you the sponsors, by the way, again, for the game tonight. Kewanee Galvin and Stark County Physical Therapy and Rehab Specialists, Union Federal Savings and Loan Association, Charlie's Pizza, as well as Great Dane, People's National Bank, Martin Brothers, the State Bank of Toulon, Beck South, as well as All Sides Construction, and also Motor City Chevrolet Buick and GMC Truck, American Steel Carport, and Elgin's Heating and Cooling. So getting ready to kick off for the Rockridge Rockets will be their kicker, and he is a pretty darn good one. Neither one of those was anywhere close to being, the extra points were close to being stopped. Back deep again, Amos and Taylor for the Boilermakers.
see if we can get a big return here. That'd be nice.
Here's the kickoff, and it is going to be high in the air. And Kewanee calls for a fair catch. Nice play that time by Kewanee. I was impressed with that time, and that was by Devontae Jordan.
Kickoff is fielded by Devontae Jordan for the Boilermakers.
And so
It'll
he
be
did
1st and 10 Kewanee. The ball at their own 45.
They're trying to really put it into Kewanee big time and get another touchdown real fast. Instead, Kewanee does a good job that time of calling for the fair catch. Good coaching by Kewanee to tell him to do that, too.
Yeah, heads up play by the Kewanee player. You said that was
Devontae
Jordan.
Okay. Yeah, heads up play, calling the fair catch, and Kiwanee takes over in good field position.
Full house backfield, and Kiwanee fights to get it over the 45-yard line. This guy started at the 45. They might make it. Yeah, it's going to be a gain of 1 on the play. Is that Duarte? Lockett.
Nate Lockett, the ball carrier.
Nate Lockett gets
brought down by Alex Zarlatanis.
Gets up there in a hurry. Full house
Second
backfield
and
again
10.
this time for Kiwanee. Tight formation. It's going to be kept by Clark. He rolls out to his left, looking. Now he's going to be pushed outside, and now the ball is going to go out of bounds, I think. It was way up in the air, and Clark was really manhandling the sidelines over there.
Yeah, their linebacker came flying in. He had some room and a minute to survey the field, but their linebacker came flying up there and really put a whack on him. I'm not sure if he was trying to maybe throw the ball away on the sideline,
It's about
but
third
it didn't
and
pop up
14
for some
for
reason,
the
but I think it was out of
Boilermakers.
bounds when that happened.
Loss of 5 in the play that time. It'll be a 3rd down and 14 for Kiwanee from their own 30-yard line. Clark rolls off to his right-hand side. Now gets out in the flag. It's going to be caught over there. Going to be short of the first down, but at least they get the ball across the midfield. Well, they're giving him a really bad spot. That
Pass
looked like it
complete
was
to Ben
closer than
Taylor.
that. Taylor had a nice catch there. It'll be 4th down for Kiwanee, and you don't
Brought
want to
down
give him a
by
short
Brian
field
Lohr.
again, but goodness.
4th and about 2
Right now
for
it's
the
not Kiwanee's offense,
Boilermakers.
it's the defense is really not doing well for the Boilers right now. Kiwanee will punt again, and it'll be a line drive. It's going to hit on the 20, and it's going to bounce to the side, and Kiwanee will have it. And let's see if they do call it a touchback, or is it at the 2-yard line? It is going to be at the 2-yard line for Kiwanee, for Rockridge, 1st and 10. This will be the 3rd time they've had the ball in this first quarter. The first 2 times they had touchdowns with 5:05 left to go in this first quarter. It's 14-0 Rockridge. Well, they've hit us hurt. They've hit Kiwanee hard and often.
It's been the Peyton Locke show, yeah, so far. He has a 63-yard touchdown run and a 59-yard touchdown catch. So you definitely got a key on Peyton Locke.
Double coverage, what I mentioned before the second touchdown. Locke is just that good of a player. He had over 1,300 yards last year, and so what are they doing now? They're waiting. What is this for? Don't tell me it's a TV timeout. I don't understand this.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think they are. I think they're switching the ball. They're waiting on a ball. Kiwanee kicked the ball out, and then each team has their own balls, apparently. So.
Yeah. So 5:05 now. Again, we'll reset at 5:05 left to go in the first quarter, and they've got the ball, Rockridge, at their own 2-yard line, and they lead the game 14-0 early on.
Yeah, let's see. Maybe we can zip in here and cause a fumble or get a safety. You never know down here on your own goal line. Just make something happen right here, the defense kid.
And their quarterback again is not playing. Nadeem, and that is that a safety? That's close. No, he's going to say lost about a half a yard.
Well, they're inside the 1-yard line now, it looks like, though. Yeah, that was
Alex Zarlatanis with the ball.
Jackson.
Stopped right at the goal line
Jackson
Hawkins,
thank you.
by Alex Duarte.
And he thought
A loss of 1, 2nd and 11 for the Rockets.
Ball again is on their own 1-yard line, Rockridge. As at their own 1-yard line, they lead Kiwanee 14-0, but they're on their own 1-yard line. It'd be nice to get a short field here if they can just go ahead and Kiwanee can stop it, and they're going to give the ball again. And this could be a safety. Oh, he gets out of there, barely gets out of the end zone. Clark comes out, makes the play, and that was
Zarlatanis again, the ball carrier.
Maybe not. No, they said that was number 4.
Bonzik.
Yes, thank you. Cameron Bonzik. Yep. So it'll be 3rd down and 11. No gain on that play. It was almost a safety. It was really close to being a safety anyway. 3:53 left to go in the first quarter. Again, Rockridge leads it by a score of 14-0. Kiwanee, and they're passing. It's going to be thrown out there. It's going to be in and out of the hands. And almost, actually, you know what? That could have actually been. That was
Dean's
like
pass
a little bit
is
of a hole
incomplete,
there.
brings up 4th
That
and
would have
11 for
been,
the Rockets.
Good for Kiwanee, but you know what? main thing is got the stop, and they'll be punting now from their own end zone. The Rockridge Rockets will, with 3:44 left to go in the first quarter. And Kewanee is standing on the Rockridge 32-yard line because of the wind being just howling out of the north to the south.
Yeah, good defensive stand by the Boilers right there. 3 and out. Really no gain on any of those 3 runs, and now they'll be punting from the back of their end zone.
And it's going to be a high kick and long, getting it at his own 39-yard line. As Kewanee's looking to see the
11.
Jordan has that. He's going to get the ball, ran to the side, and get the ball about to the 36-yard line, I'm guessing, of Rockridge. And Kewanee with a chance to punch this into the end zone. They can get within a touchdown.
Devontae Jordan on the return for the Boilermakers.
Had a hand probably inches away from blocking that punt. He was
Ryan
real
Hines
close to
on the
getting
tackle.
there. And did a good job not hitting the kicker, so no penalties, and Kewanee takes it over.
First and
Rockridge
10,
territory.
Kewanee.
38-yard line, excuse me. So first and 10 for Kewanee. They're ready right now. Full house back there for Kewanee. Now they're going to hand the ball off to the running back. Up the middle he goes. He stays on his feet. Good gain for the Boilers. And you see who that is.
About 9 yards.
Pettit? I should know that because he's a pretty tall young man. And
Garrett
he kinda
Pettit, the
stood
ball
out.
carrier.
6'1",
Brought down by Reese
145-pound
Finch
senior for Kewanee.
and
Second
Von
down
Freer.
and 3 for Kewanee from
Gain
the
of 7,
Rockridge 31
second and 3.
yard line. Full house backfield. No offside eye backfield this time. Ball given to the running back. That's Pettit. No, this is Duarte. He fumbles the ball.
Yeah, unfortunately, trying for those extra yards. He had a good run, had the first down, but going for a few extra yards, he got popped from behind, popped the ball
Fumble
out.
on the play
Rockridge
recovered by Cameron Bonsack.
Bonsack gets the recovery for Rockridge, and they get the ball
We'd
back
like to
with the
thank
first
Snow
set of
Star
downs.
for the last
2:54
2
left to go in
touchdowns
the
and
first
the
quarter.
last
Kewanee, they're almost
week's
dead
donation
now.
of
They had a real good.
They're $25 each for each touchdown that the Rockets score.
And
Snow
instead,
Stars donates $25 to the
unfortunately,
program.
The Boilermakers will be turning
And
the ball
so
over.
they donated $50 tonight.
First and 10 for the Rockets from their own 25-yard line. Dean, the quarterback, the man in the backfield. He's going to keep it. Dean does. He goes to his left. That's Locke, excuse me. Locke is doing a wildcat. He's going to be close to a first down.
Yeah, that was number 26, Locke. Nice run.
Peyton Locke, the ball carrier,
11, 12 yards
brought down by Devontae Jordan.
And Locke,
First
it looks
and
like
10
is
Rockets
taking over
at
at
their
the
own
quarterback
35.
position now for Rockridge. He's doing the wildcat full time.
Well, he's done everything else tonight, so he's caught one and run for one. Let's see. You're going to try to have him throw for one possibly here. We'll see how that works.
2:35 left to go. You'd think going into the window would make a difference, and it really has not. Trips to the left-hand side now for Rockridge. The ball's run in the flat. It's going to be incomplete, and it'll be second down and 10 from the
Connor
Rockridge.
Dean's pass is incomplete, brings up
35-yard
second and
line.
10 for the
Rockridge
Rockets.
player started running before he got the ball, so he didn't have a whole lot of room. The Boilermakers defense was spread out and ready for that swing pass, and it brings up second and 10.
Once again, the Boilermakers really have got to pay close attention to Locke. He is the one that ran for a touchdown from this type of formation, but he's also caught a pass for a touchdown. He split the two Kewanee defenders. So I have not seen anybody come in there now to take his place, but there's something they did not like, the coaching staff for Rockridge. So that's the reason why he's back in that wildcat, but he is their quarterback now. Peyton Locke is the quarterback. Trips to the left-hand side once again. They're going to do that same play. And instead, Locke he tries to get out of the corner, and he is going to be hit. And now he's going to be brought down. A gain of 8 on the play. It'll be second down and 2. Blake Johnston over there, also Jordan over there, playing pretty good football.
Peyton Locke, the ball carrier, tackled by Devontae Jordan and Jackson
He does run the
Hawkins.
ball really hard.
Gain of
Locke does.
8,
You can see how
third
hard it is
down,
to bring
2.
him down right there. He was running right at us, and he's a strong young man.
1:15 left to go in the first quarter. Kewanee trailing Rockridge. Rockridge leading him by a score of 14-0. And again, clock is running. And again, Rockridge facing the wind. And you'd think they wouldn't have so much success against the wind, but boy, they sure have. Slot left-hand side for Rockridge, and ball's going to be kept by Locke, and he's going to go around the end on the left-hand side. Kewanee is not containing him. They're letting him get outside. He's going to be pushed out of bounds, but not before he picks up 5, 10, 13, 14 yards.
Peyton Locke picks up the first down for the Rockets down into Boilermaker territory, down to about the 43. Tackled by
99
Devin
yards
Emmerich.
rushing already for Peyton Locke in this first quarter. 40 seconds left in the quarter.
Kind of surprising that they cannot get somebody to corral him or at least spy him. Now, Deem is back at quarterback for them, and Locke is going to be split out. Trips to the right-hand side, and Locke is the innermost man there. He's going to get the ball his way. You know that right now. 1st and 10 from the Kewanee 43-yard line. Yeah, they're looking to him right now. And the ball's going to be thrown out, and it's going to be incomplete. Locke this time had double coverage on him.
Yeah, let's hope that he has double
Dean's
coverage every
pass
time.
intended for
He's
Reed Mueller.
quite a weapon.
Reed Mueller
It was
is
good single coverage
incomplete,
by
brings up
Brady
2nd
Clark
and
right
10
there.
for the Rockets.
Although I think the pass was a little low.
38
I don't
seconds
think the
left in
receiver was
the
gonna bring it
quarter.
in. But nevertheless, Brady had a hand on it, and he was right with his receiver.
Locke comes out of the game holding his right hand there a little bit. But now he's just shaking it off, it looks like. And and he's going to take a quick break, it looks like. And replacing him is Trevor Dye.
And it was number 6. That'd be Zacharias or... He got about a gain of about 5 yards on
Alex
that one.
Olatanis, the ball carrier.
Zavotanis gets that one.
Gain of about 6.
So it'll be 3rd down and 4.
Brought down by Jackson Hawkins.
And they're just going to let the clock run out now, I think.
Switch sides of the field, and we'll move into the second quarter. 14-0, Rockridge with the advantage.
And we'll give you our once again our sponsor list so you know who they are. They are, again, Algen's Heating and Cooling, American Steel Cardboard, All Sides Construction, as well as Beck South, the State Bank of Toulon, Martin Brothers, Great Dane, People's National Bank, Charlie's Pizza, Union Federal Savings Loan Association, and Kewanee, Galva, and Stark County Physical Therapy and Rehab Specialist. What has surprised you so far in this game, Jeremy?
Well, the speed and strength of Peyton Locke. That's really been the story of this first quarter. He really took it over. Big run for a touchdown, big pass catch for a touchdown, and then he took over a quarterback for a couple plays. Did he complete a pass? I know he threw the one that was incomplete, but I don't think he completed one. But he was kind of might be going for his Heisman moment here tonight. You know, if he can get the trifecta. But let's, as Boiler fans, let's hope that he does not get that opportunity.
No.
And but the Boilers just
The winner of the first
ball,
quarter yard line sales to help girls golf.
A couple of good runs on that last time.
The ball ended up at the north end on the 37, so the winner is Wainwright Orthodontics and Amelia Rush.
Now will be again on defense.
Wainwright Orthodontics and Amelia Rush
They are
were the winner
facing
of the first
a very
quarter yard line
offense
sales.
of the Rockridge Rockets, and let's see if number 26 is in there, Peyton Locke. We've learned his number real fast, and there he is, right there. He reminds me of John Brady a lot, except he's a bigger John Brady.
Yeah. He's tough to bring down. It's hard for one guy to bring him down because he's running so hard, and he's got the speed. So you never know which one of these guys is going to take the snap. Actually, it looks like Locke is taking the snap right now.
If he is, and he's going to right up the middle he goes, and he's going to bounce it out, and he's going to get the first down, but he's going to be brought out of bounds after a gain of about 5 on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 for Rockridge.
Peyton Locke picked up the first down for the Rockets, brought down by Garrett Pettit.
Pettit on the stop for the
First
Boilermakers.
and 10 Rockridge.
And they're at the Kewanee 31-yard line. Well, they are bringing the ball down the field, though, but
The ball
they've
is
not got
at
many
the
third down
Kewanee
plays, and when they have,
31-yard
they've
line.
been able to convert them almost every single time. 11:23 left to go in the first half, and Kewanee has, looking at the wrong side of a 14-0 lead that Rockridge has on them. And they're waiting for a play to come in from their coach. Again, their running back is Alex Zablutanis, and now we're going to have a timeout call by Rockridge. I thought that was taking a long time for that play to come in. They're trying to figure something out.
Timeout, Rockridge.
Yep, so the Boilermakers get to go over there and 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line of Kewanee. So if you, this is the time you're getting down into that zone for the defense to stiffen up, and really you're going to have to try to turn them over in some way. I think even up the turnover battle. He has the one fumble. Let's see if we can pick him off or knock the ball out from the Rockets.
One thing about Rockridge, they are a turnover machine so far as getting interceptions. When they get an interception, usually it's a pick six. I hate that type of a terminology. It's a touchdown return after an interception, and that does happen with them a lot. They do a good job of laying in the weeds. And that's why Brady Clark was not able to throw the ball a couple of times because of that.
Yeah, he only threw the ball twice. He had a lot of pressure on him the couple other times he rolled out. He was sacked twice as well.
They've only had one penalty so far in this game. Just the one penalty was declining, so they're doing a better job there. And that is Dean this time, it looks like, in the pistol position. Looking to throw. He's going to throw out there. It's out there. It's going to be caught.
Hunter Dean's pass complete to Cameron Bonsack for the 31-yard touchdown.
Kiwanee's defense is back. One-on-one, and he was wide
That's
open.
another $25 that Snowstar has donated to Rockridge.
1-yard touchdown. And Dean was back in a quarterback, so I think he's their passing quarterback.
That goes to the athletic program here at the high school. Thanks to Snowstar, $25 for each touchdown.
Nonetheless, 21-0, 3-touchdown lead now for Rockridge with 11:01 left in the second quarter.
I can't tell you this much. I think they want some.
Austin Vandige's kick is up and good. With 11:01 left in the half, Rockridge 21, Kewanee nothing.
11:01 left to go in this first half, and the Boilermakers will get the ball for the fourth time, and they did have a drive going the last time, and then the fumble unfortunately cost them, and Rockridge took the ball right down the field and scored. So Kewanee will be receiving this kick, and going to have to watch again for the onside kick too. And onside kicks are something that has been plaguing the Boilermakers.
Well, yeah, they've done it both times already. They've popped the ball up and trying to get down there and cover it up and get the ball back. So I'm sure the Boilermakers did a good job the first two times, and we'll see what hopefully they're aware that
Austin
that's probably coming.
Vandige's to kick off for the Rockets.
Here comes the kickoff, and again, Boilermakers turning by a score of 21-0 with 11:01 left to go in the first quarter.
Kicks that one deep.
And it's going to be over the head into the end zone. And so Kewanee will have the ball. It's a touchback.
The kickoff rolls through the end
That
zone.
shows you how much the wind is blowing tonight, though. The wind is blowing that hard because
It'll be first and 10 for the Boilermakers
that was perfectly
at their own
for
20.
Taylor to catch it. And then all of a sudden the wind took it and went over his head.
Yeah, it's definitely going to affect kicks, and the passes right there. That Rockridge has the wind behind them right now. And he floated that pass in there real nice. Dean did on the last drive. Let's see if the Boilers can answer.
Pistol position for the Boilermakers. Brady Clark is the quarterback, one man behind him. And the Boilermakers, again, trailing at 21-0, 11 minutes left to go in the first half. Back to pass, and he's going to roll out, now Clark does to the left-hand side, and he is going to extend his feet. He's going to pick up a couple of yards. Coming over there on the spy, that was the I spy, was the one linebacker. I'm trying to get his number
Brady
there.
Clark, the ball carrier,
And he is
brought down by Jude Finch. Gain of about 3, second
Reed
down
Mueller.
7.
He is the linebacker on that side, and he came over there, was watching the Kewanee Boilermakers, Brady Clark. On the play that time was Mueller, and Kewanee in the pistol position once again. Ball will be kept this time by Brady Clark. He's going to be brought down, maybe a yard gain. It's going to be third down and long for the Boilers with 10:15 left to go in this first half, and Kewanee again trailing at Rockridge leading the Boilermakers by a score of 21-0.
Tackle by
It's
Cameron
third
Bonsack.
manageable, so it'd be real big
It'll
for
be
the
third
Boilermakers if they can
and
pick up the
about
first down
5.
right here. Let's see what they call on 3rd and 5.
So third down for the Boilermakers. And shotgun formation this time for the Boilers. And Clark will get the ball, and he's looking to pass, rolls out. And this time, Keyway does a good job. And now it's going to be thrown. They try to get the ball back to the Boilermakers, but it's incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Smart
Brings
play
a 4th down
by
for the
Clark. That was
Boilermakers.
intended by the Boilermakers, number 23, and that, of course, is again Nate Lockett. But those type of plays are not going to work against this team because they are shooting the gap, and Kewanee is not picking up the linebackers. They're supposed to spy him on either side. The guy on the right side or the guy on the left side, wherever he rolls out, they've got somebody coming after him. This time, Kewanee kept somebody in to stop the huge rush from happening, but somebody else then came after Brady Clark.
Yeah, they're definitely aware of Clark, and they are all over him.
And Clark has the ball goes off the side of his foot, and this time it does go over to the Kewanee 37-yard line. It's going to be a punt of about 8 yards, unfortunately, and that's not his fault.
The punt rolls dead at about
It is
the
not a good center stand.
37-yard line. It'll be
And
first and 10
Boilermakers
Rockridge if
are
you want it
giving
37.
Field position to Rockridge.
Yeah, that wasn't the offensive set that Kewanee was hoping for sure on that. And then with the kick, we didn't move it much further either. Couldn't switch the field position. So Rockridge takes over at the Kewanee 38-yard line.
So first and 10 for Rockridge. Let's see if we get some negative yardage this time and stop Rockridge from getting another 7 points. 9:32 left to go in the first half. Kewanee trailing by a score of 21-0. Ball is going to be kept and now given to Locke. He goes to the right hand side. He's got some running room. He's down the sidelines. Kewanee does not have containment over there, and he's knocked out of bounds after a gain of 14 on the play.
Peyton Locke.
Where do you put your Okay, I see it. I couldn't see it because
Peyton Locke was the ball
From the
carrier.
38
He was
to
tackled
the
by Devontae
25.
Jordan, but there is a flag on the play.
you meant that was
There's a lot of holding going on out there, and they're going to get Rockridge this time, finally. There we go.
They saw that one, but
Holding's the
I
call
couldn't quite
against
see
the
it. It was on the
Rockets.
far edge of the field. I didn't notice it on that one, but I noticed it on a few other plays that were closer here on this side.
It'll be first and 13 for the Rockets.
Well, this helps Kewanee out now. It's again, it's the reason why it's kind of an odd situation, folks. It's from the spot of infraction. It's 10 yards from there.
The ball
Otherwise,
resting at
it
the
was from the
Kewanee
line of scrimmage,
41-yard
it'll be
line.
back First and 20, but instead it's first and 13. So Kewanee has trips to the left hand, or I should say Rockridge has trips to the left hand side. Kewanee has just 2 defensive backs, single coverage for three players over here, and one of them is Locke, I believe, I think. And Kewanee again is going to be kept again and going to the right hand side. I couldn't see that was Dean or what.
That was Dean, kept the ball on that run. Yep, he gained about
Connor Dean, the
6
ball
yards, 5
carrier, run
yards.
out of bounds on the far side by Brady Clark.
So it'll be second down.
Brings up second and about 8.
And 8 from the Kewanee 36-yard line. Second and 9 from the 36-yard line of Kewanee. 8:50 left to go. The clock stops when he's running out of bounds. And again, this time a tight trips on the left-hand side is the formation. And this is where you can get mixed up if you're playing the Rockridge Rockets because of the push-style set. Ball's going to be kept by the quarterback, and he's going to throw it. It's going to be caught over there, go in and out of the hands of the wide receiver there for the
Number 23, that ball was
Connor
thrown
Dean's
to.
pass is incomplete. Brings up third and
down
8.
that time, right? He missed that one, so it's going to be third down and 9 to go for the first down. They've got to get the ball down to the 28-yard line. I think it's safe to say we're in 4-down territory if you're Rockridge. Dean is waiting to get the play here.
It's a good pass by Dean. He put the ball right on the money right there. Just the receiver couldn't bring it in, but he really he throws the ball nice. That was on a straight rollout too. He was running to the opposite direction. You know, had to throw back across his body sort of. And
It was a nice throw.
Lockett is going to get the ball up, strip the middle, and he bounces outside. He's going to be close to it first time. He has. He could go all the way for the touchdown. He's going to go all the way. That is a 30.
Jacob Fairmouth with his first varsity touchdown.
Fairmouth. That was 26.
36-yard touchdown run by Jacob Fairmouth.
28. Thank you. Jacob Fairmouth is that. Number 28 is his very first one here.
37-yard touchdown run for, I believe he's a sophomore. I saw his name
Yes,
on
he
there.
is.
And, yeah, unfortunately, Kewanee goes down. They're 27-0 right now. Kewanee is losing. Kick is up. The kick is good. So 28-0. 8:33 left in the second quarter.
Rockridge is putting it on the Boilermakers.
Austin Vandeke's kick is up and good with 8:38 left in the half. The score, Rockridge 28, Kewanee nothing.
I don't see. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something going on here. I'm not sure what it is here. Maybe you got an idea. I can't put my finger on it. I know they've got some good players, but so does Kewanee. But it's just been.
They've had big holes, and they've
man.
had, the defense just hasn't been able to bring them down.
Tough night, real tough night. I mean, if they lost to Sherrard, or were losing to Sherrard at halftime, 21-7, I'm looking at that. I'm seeing this. Does that mean that they're that much better than Kewanee? Wow, 28-0 here, and there's still 8 minutes and 33 seconds left to go in this first half.
Yeah, Kewanee's got check time here. They
Austin
really got to do
kick off
something
with the
ball this
Rockets.
time. They're going to have to step up and control the line of scrimmage and get some holes, and got to go get some points right here.
And here's the kickoff, and it's a good long deep one. It's going to go over to Amos. Amos cuts it back upfield. Now he's going to get to the sideline. He's going to be brought out of bounds at his own 28. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Boilers there.
Javon Amos on the return, brought down by Balin Lehman. It'll be 1st and 10 for Kewanee.
They've got a feel for the kids. I know they're trying hard, but something.
The ball at their
this
own
reminds me a lot of the
27-yard
Princeton
line.
game.
Yeah, they're good teams. Good teams can make you look that way as well. And Rockridge seems to be a good team. They did lose their quarterback, but they've obviously got other athletes stepping up and really looking as well as you could look in the first half so far.
Kewanee hands the ball off, and
There's nothing there. Yeah, I mean the defensive players in the backfield almost taking the handoff from Brady Clark on that one.
Garrett Pettit, the ball carrier, brought down by Vaughn Freer.
Yeah, I mean,
Lost about 5 yards on that.
6'1",
Second
10
and
junior.
15.
Just penetrated very well. Give him credit, he's doing a very good job. But obviously, what's not working for Kewanee is these type of plays going to the side, because they are penetrating every play. Floss backfield for the Boilermakers. Clark has it. He's going to get it to the running back, and that is Lockett. He's going to be brought down another huge loss.
Wrong direction there.
Nate Lockett, the ball carrier,
And another
brought down
loss
by
that time.
Landon Bull and Von Myers.
I mean, I don't know what's going on up front there with Kewanee's blocking, but there is just way too much penetration by Rockridge.
Looks like we lost about 11
It'll be
yards on
3rd
that
and
carry.
26. 3rd and 26,
How disappointing. I
according
mean,
to Amanda Lewis.
not what we thought was going to happen. Ball back on the 11-yard line now. Kewanee going backwards. Clark getting ready to pass. He's being chased again. He's being caught by their defensive back. It's going to be caught over there. No, it's incomplete. And so the Boilermakers will have to punt again with 6:23 left to go in the first half. Kewanee has had no first
Brady
downs.
Clark's
Yeah.
pass is incomplete. Brings up
So no
4th
first
down
downs,
for the
and
Boilermakers.
They've got negative yardage right now, if I'm not mistaken. So it's not what they wanted at all. And you're going to have some positive yardage for the Rockridge Rockets here at halftime, but not for Kewanee.
Yeah, everything's going Rockridge's way right now. It's one of those games so far for the Boilermakers. Hopefully they can turn it around.
Maybe if Rockridge makes a mistake, try to jump on that.
Once again, the Boilermakers will be punting, this time from their goal line. And it's a nice low line drive. It's going to hit on the 45, back across the midfield marker. And now it's going to be down at the 40-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, much better punt this time. So we did switch the field over a little bit, got it over the 50-yard line into Rockridge territory at least. And Blues defense back on the field. I know they got to be tired. They've been on the field a lot.
It'll be first and 10 for the Rockets at their own 42-yard
step
line.
up right now. We did make them punt earlier when they're down in the goal line. So let's see if we can turn them over or keep them off the board on this drive.
Amos is going to come over here on the far side. He's in defense now. So first and 10 for the Rockets. And again, 6:13 left to go in this first half. And right now, Rockridge has got the better of the Boilermakers. They lead the Boilermakers by a score 28-0. And they've got the win, Rockridge does.
Looks like Deem at quarterback.
Yep, he's looking to pass. And he's going to get the ball out there. It's going to be incomplete. That was intended for number 4, and that would be Bonsack, who got the touchdown.
Deem's pass is incomplete.
Anyway.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Rockets.
6:07 left to go in this first half, and again, Kewanee trailing by a score of 28-0. The Rockridge Rockets here in Edgington, Illinois. Looking to pass, they are. And Deem, once again, his brother's was a quarterback. The Rockridge was a very good one for that matter. And the ball's going to be kept by Deem. He goes to the right side. He's going to be brought down. And the 45-yard line will be gain of 3, and the play will be 3rd down and 7.
Connor Deem, the ball carrier, got down by Jackson Hawkins.
Hawkins on the play for Kewanee.
Gain of about 4, 3rd down 3.
By the way, the brother's name is Braden Dean, and he plays for Monmouth College. He's a very good player. Was last year, too, for the Rockridge Rockets. So 3rd down and 7 for Rockridge. And they are at their own 42-yard line. 47-yard line, check that.
Big 3rd down right here, so the Boilermakers can hold them.
And Kewanee is going to face it once again. Now they're going to get him outside again. And that is, again...
That was Locke, Peyton Locke going around. No, that was Fryermuth, number 28. They look similar. He runs hard and fast as well. This the sophomore. So
Jacob Fryermuth, the ball carrier, run out of bounds on the near side by Traylon Amos.
Get about 12 yards.
1st and 10 Rockridge
down to the 36.
at the
So it's
Kewanee
3
34.
plus
16 yards, sounds like.
16, 19 yards. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Kewanee 34-yard line with 5:13 left to go, or 18 left to go, 5:18 left to go in this first half. Dean with the quarterback position. He's going to keep it. He's looking to run right away, and he will be hit this time. He will go down, but he'll have some good yardage again. Everything's...
Connor Dean with the ball, brought down by Cruz Paradis.
The line for Rockridge is controlling the line of scrimmage, and that is where you're going to win games.
It'll be 2nd and about 2.
But they're consistently pushing Kewanee out of the way. Again, a 7 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Rockridge Rockets, and Dean running the football now. And they're letting this new the sophomore come in there, and he's playing very well for him too, Fairmouth. And now they're coming over now to talk to see what they should be doing. Boy, they got a stable of running backs, don't they?
They've got a lot of talented players. We're seeing them all on display so far in this first half.
The ball's going to be given to the running back, and he's going. There's a hold there. They didn't call it, and right in front of the official there too, Jeremy. There's going to be a first down. The official looking right. There's a big time hold right at the 30-yard line. At least it looked like it to me.
The officials are definitely letting them play for sure. We haven't seen a whole lot of laundry really come out.
Pass complete to Cameron Bonsack.
That was
out
a
of
little
bounds
jet
on the
sweep.
far side. There is a flag on the
forward
play.
pass. He kind of flipped it forward to him as he was coming running in motion in front. Went around the edge.
No, wait. Are we getting a flag? Yeah, you got your flag, Russ, it looks like.
No, it was what it was. It's
Block in the back. Yeah. Okay, must be something over there, but nonetheless, that play's coming back. And
it's right from where I saw it. And I give them credit that they called it, Jeremy.
I'm giving you credit, Russ. That was a good spot right there. You saw it, and and rarely does it ever come to fruition that when you see it, you go, that was a
second and 5 for the Rockets after the walk-off.
Second down for the Rockridge Rockets, and a lot of movement in the offensive backfield. Clock running with 4 minutes left to go in this first half. And Rockridge leading the Boilermakers by a score of 28-0, and going with the ball to start the second half, obviously. And this time, full house backfield ball is going to be given to the running back on the side. Kiwani's defense really playing well now, and they stop the running back. Going to be no gain. Good play by the Boilermakers.
Chris Greer, or Geyer?
Chris Geyer, the ball carrier.
That'll be a loss in the play. It'll be third
brought down by Blake Johnston.
One.
Lost a yard, be 3rd and 6.
Third down for the Rockridge Rockets. They're at the Kiwani 31-yard line. They've got to get across the 25 to the 24-yard line for a first down. So it's third down and 7.
Yeah, let's see if the Boilermaker D can get off the field right here. They may be going for it anyway, but third down, if you can stuff them right here where they sit, 3rd and 6. Big play.
And the ball's going to be handed off to the running back, trying to come on the right-hand side. And it's going to be a great job by Johnston again. He brings down the Fairmouth again. Or is that block? 26?
Jacob Fairmouth with the ball.
Fairmouth.
Tackled by Blake Johnston.
Fairmouth, and
gain of maybe one. Fourth down.
Play, it'd be 4th down and
5.
And 6 for the Rockridge Rockets. Good play by Blake Johnston, coming from his defensive end position on the far side of the field and the trailing on the play, and he was able to go ahead and bring him down. That was a nice play, Jeremy.
It was, yeah. That's what Kiwani needed right there to bring up 4th down. And now we can see what they decide to do. It's 4th and 5. Maybe 4th and long 5, maybe 4th and 6. They're at right at the 30-yard line, it looks
like. Rockridge.
Kiwani 30-yard line, so too far for a field goal, I'm guessing, but you're not really going to punt it probably right here either. As good as the defense has been playing, I don't see them punting.
Peyton Maxton over 100 yards already.
105, yeah. I thought Fairmouth had his run, so I had him up to 140, but no, he was 105 yards on 7 carries for
they have 300 yards of offense so far?
Well, passed through the air, I got him about 110 yards for Dean. Through the air, plus the 105 there, so that's 215, plus 57 for Fairmouth. 65 to 72, yeah, right about 300 yards.
Boilermakers will give you that here in a little bit. Okay, back on the field for the timeout by Rockridge, and see what they've got going here.
4th down play.
Slot to the right-hand side. The ball's going to be almost intercepted by the Boilermakers. Dean threw the ball over there, putting a hand up there, that big paw by the Boilermakers.
Jaden Little, yeah.
Little.
He almost hauled that one in. He almost caught it one arm. He almost caught it in an armpit, really.
Brings up 1st and 10
that
for
does
Kiwani.
Turn over the ball, and Kiwani takes over at their own 30-yard line.
2:21 left to go in the first half. Rockridge leads it by a score of 28-0. Kiwani has the overloading on the right side now, on the short side of the field. There's trips over there, and one man on the left side. And that's single coverage on the far side of the field. There's where you need the ball to go to for Brady Clark. But you got to block for him too, you know. He's going to keep the ball, and he's going to cut it in. He's going to have a positive yardage, but he's going to be brought down after a gain of about 2 in the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8 for the Boilers. With 2:10 left to go, Kiwani has all 3 of their timeouts.
Brady Clark, the ball carrier.
Just don't want to throw an interception here. This is a very important juncture of the game. 2 minutes left to go in the first half. And going on his right-hand side. The ball's going to be thrown. It's going to be incomplete over there. Intended for the Boilermakers and Jaden Little. And he had 2 people around him. Again, there's not enough
Clark's
time for
pass
that
intended
clearing
for
tackle
Jaden Little
pass,
is incomplete.
like he had last week where he was so successful.
3rd and
Yes, the
8.
Rockridge defense
For
is
the
definitely,
Boilermakers?
they're kind of flying all over the field and making things tough on Brady and the Boilers.
I wonder if a counter wouldn't help the Boilermakers, but I'm not an offensive guru, obviously. And now Kiwani again, dual slots. The ball's going to be thrown out in the flat, or in the middle, I should say, and it's going to be caught. No, incomplete. It looked like it was so close there. How are they going to say it?
No flag came out on that. Sorry, I missed that on the
Pass
screen.
is incomplete. Brings
Ball
up
was right
3rd down
there
for the
on the money,
Boilermakers. 4th
and
down
there
for
was
the
a lot of hand
Boilermakers.
fighting between the defensive player and the offensive player. Was that Little?
That was Little out there.
The winning number for tonight's 50-50 drawing for the cross-country
no flag, no
team
catch, and
is
bring up 4th down and
609-181. 609-181. If you have that number, please
1:45
come up
left
to
to
the
go in the
press
first
box.
half. Again, Rockridge leading it by a score of 28-0. That's not I did not make a mistake there. There's a nice kick though by Brady Clark again. This time it's going to hit on the 25, and they cut it outside. The receiver does, and he is going to be brought down. Nice job by Kiwani, gang tackling that time. And over there on the play for Kiwani was Jackson Hawkins.
Cameron Bonsack on the return.
Well, there's the one bright spot.
Brought down
I guess.
by
Our
Jackson
special teams
Hawkins.
look pretty good tonight. They've made several good plays, like covering that punt right there as well. So that phase is pretty good. The other two phases, not so good.
1:34 left to go in this first
1:34
half.
left in the half.
And Rockridge has the ball at their own 43-yard line, but they've been scoring anywhere on the field, so Kiwani's got to be careful here not to give up more points. I can tell you that Peyton Locke has not been in the game for quite some time now.
Yeah, the defense has to step up like they did on the last series. They held them. Johnson made a big play. Someone's got to step up and make a play for a loss, or stuff him right at the goal at the line of scrimmage, and try to get him turned over on downs, or get that ball out.
Kept by Deem. He's going to be brought down. They had trips to the right-hand side that time. Deem looked like maybe they brought him down.
Connor
by a
Dean with the
horseshoe.
ball, brought down by Blake Johnston.
Horse collar.
Gain of
Horsepower,
about
but, did not do it. Blake Johnston playing in his right
3 or about
defensive
4.
position,
Second
by
and
putting
6.
him over there, it really has made a big difference. He has really played well. We've been saying his name a lot. 1 minute left to go in this first half, and the score 28-0. And Rockridge and Kiwani will get the ball to start the second half. And Deem is the quarterback. He's going to keep the ball, going to his left-hand side. He's going to be knocked out of bounds. Good defensive tackle that time by Amos. Amos has been starting in that defensive backfield.
Connor Dean with the ball.
Now,
Run out of bounds on the near side by Colson Wilgett.
and they said Wellgott, but I'm looking at number 2. The number 2 isn't Wellgott. Number 2 is Brian Amos. He did a nice job that
So
time.
it's going to be a 4th down right here. They gave him a pretty short mark on that one, so it's going to bring up 4th and inches now for Rockridge. So big play if somebody can shoot a gap. Oh, it's 3rd down. Okay, sorry, they had the sign wrong over
They're
there.
down. And back to pass is Dean looking deep, and it's going to be incomplete. And that will be 4th down now. Now it's 4th down.
Deem's pass intended for
The defense
Cameron
has stiffened
Bonsack
up and
is
looked a lot better these
incomplete.
last 2 series.
Brings
But
up 4th down
let's
for the
see.
Rockets.
It literally is less than a yard, so I'd be surprised if they punt. I would imagine they're going to try to at least run a quarterback sneak or something like that, but the Boilermakers defense has a chance to turn them over again on downs. Deem actually his last 4 passes have all been incomplete.
Trevor Dye comes in the game now for Rockridge. And he's in the pistol position right now. Got the running back right in his hip pocket. He's going to hand the ball off. Once again, he takes off. He's going to be brought down. He's going to be I think he's got the first down.
Probably got it. Yeah, good tackle right there.
Jacob Fryermuth picks up the first down for the Rockets.
42 seconds left to go.
Tackled by Brady
half.
Clark.
Clark comes
First
over.
and 10, Rockridge at the
makes the
Kiwani
play.
45.
Amos has got to be ready because this is a situation to where they're going to throw the ball on the flat. Here he goes. Deem is going to throw it, and it is right back to Amos, and he's got it.
Sorry, I missed it on the camera there, but yeah, he put the ball right on the money right there. Dean did, and went right
right over the shoulder of the defender. Couldn't get his head turned around to
Connor
look.
Dean's pass complete to Cameron
Stuck an arm up, you know, if he could've got his
Bonsack
head
for the
turned around.
45-yard
That's a
touchdown.
real tough play for any defensive back to make.
And
That was just a laser by Dean.
that's another $25
And
donated to
touchdown
the Rockridge
who's
Athletic
receiver?
Department by our friends at Snowstar.
You know who the receiver was on that? That was number 4? Okay, that's, Bonsack.
Cameron Bonsack. So
that's
he's got a second touchdown.
for him.
There's the kick. It's going to be up by
Van de Kee's kick is up and good.
45 yards.
Vanderbeest. The kicker makes it go through. Oh boy.
2 catches, 76 yards for Bonsack so far, both TDs. So yeah, 31 seconds left in the first half. And the Rockets go up 35-0.
Unfortunately, the Boilermakers are really not. I'm not sure. This reminds me a lot of the Princeton game. Too much of the Princeton game.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is reminiscent of the Princeton game because Rockridge is really putting it on us now.
31-0. I just mentioned that too. They can score from anywhere on the field, and that's exactly what Dean did that time. But Kewanee again, the pass defense has been suspect a lot of times this year, and this game it's been very evident, unfortunately. So back to receive the kickoff will be Ben Taylor on the near side, and the far side is Trelian Amos, and Van de Geest will be kicking off, and it's going to be a long one and almost over the head, but this time Ben Taylor has it. He comes back to his middle of the field. He's going to be brought down at the 18-yard line. So with 25 seconds left to go in the first half,
Kickoff returned by Ben Taylor.
the Boilermakers will be facing
Brought down by a host of
this
Rockridge
defense, which has
tacklers
been
led by
suffocating
Trevor Dye.
as much as the offense has been suffocating for the Rockridge Rockets. They've just been an all-around. I look at a lot of teams. This, to me, is probably the best team, if not the second best team we faced all year. The team we faced all year. And ball's going to be handed off, and negative yardage again for Kewanee. Nate Lockett carried the ball at time. 15 seconds left to go, and it's going to be a loss of 3 on the play.
Nate Lockett with the ball, tackled
That's
by a
halftime.
plethora of Rockridge tacklers.
Rockridge leading the Boilermakers by a score of 35-0.
And that's the end of the first half with the score, Rockridge 35, Kewanee nothing. That's $125 donated
And
to
we
the
will take
athletic
a break
program
and
here at
come
the high
back here in
school
just a minute.
by our friends over here at
Jeremy talk
Snowstar.
just a little bit about the his stats here, and we'll talk about it here. But first of all, Kewanee won the coin toss and elected to kick off. So they kicked off to the Rockridge Rockets, and they moved the ball down the field in the hurry, and they scored the first touchdown. It was 7-0. At the end of the first quarter, Kewanee was trailing at that time. I believe it was 14-0, and then 3 touchdowns in the second quarter, and it's all Rockridge right now. And I don't think that I'm exaggerating when we've seen Kewanee play all year. We've seen the teams they played. We've seen them play some very good teams. St. B's been good. We saw Monmouth. They played with Monmouth. They played with every team this year except for Princeton. And this team is actually, I can't believe they lost to Princeton. But this has been a better.
And now, get on your feet and make some noise for your Rockridge High School Marching Rockets!
Because it's very, very loud with the
And cold.
loudspeaker. Yeah.
Yeah, that's those are pretty sad stats to go over for that first half. That was probably the second worst half of this season for sure for the Boilermakers. Unofficial stats that I have would be minus 13 yards on the ground for the Boilermakers, and 19 yards through the air. Brady Clark has two passes complete, 2 out of 6 passing for 19 yards, both to Ben Taylor. And so that leaves it, we got 6 yards, plus 6 yards for the first half for the Boilermakers. not much good going on that side of the field. Everything good going on the Rockridge side of the field. They had 189 yards on the ground, 110 yards through the air, 299. Oh, actually, I didn't add in that last touchdown. So that's worse. That guy had 45 more yards onto that. So 155 through the air for Deem. Locke did throw one pass, but I don't think he only threw the one pass and it was incomplete. But he did everything else early. Peyton Locke did. He had, we'll go through the scoring again here real quick for you. 7:45 left in the first quarter, 63-yard run by Peyton Locke. The kick was good. That made it 7-0. And we knew it started bad for the Boilers, and it only got worse from there. So 59-yard, 6:20 left in the first quarter, so a minute and 20 seconds later, there was a 59-yard pass from Deem to Locke. And kick was good, 14-0. 11:01 in the second quarter, Deem threw a nice pass to Bonsick, a 31-yard pass. The kick was good. That brought the score to 21-0. Then 8:38 left in the second quarter. Fryermuth, the sophomore, came in the game and had a real nice run for 37 yards for a touchdown. The kick was good, 28-0. With 31 seconds left in the second quarter, a 45-yard pass from Deem to Bonsick. Kick was good, 35-0. Where we sit right now. Lots of offense for Rockridge. They had I had Alex Zeralantes. Their running back had three rushes for 5 yards. Had Chris Geyer had one rush for -1. Bonsick had one carry for 1 yard. Peyton Locke had he only had the ball 7 times. Only got 7 carries for the game, but 105 yards. Deem carried the ball 4 times for 19 yards. Fryermuth carried the ball 4 times for 58 yards. Like I said, let's see. Deem through the air. He threw the ball 11 times, completing 6 of those. So 6 out of 11 for 155 yards passing. And that does take us up that 45 yards on top. 3.
A lot of yards.
How about 44 total yards for Rockridge in the first half? That's tough first half. You know, it's a tough game. It's cold out. It's windy. We thought maybe that that would cause Rockridge to put the ball on the ground. They had their starting quarterback was in a cast. Things were looking good early on. We were feeling good about it, but nothing good. No good feelings once the game started, because it's been all Rockridge so far. As we watched their band do the halftime show from Edgington, Illinois. Still trying to figure out, I get the Ridge, Taylor Ridge is one of the towns in Rockridge, but I don't know where the rock comes from. You think maybe they named it after the movie, Blazing Saddles? That was Rockridge.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Great movie.
Yeah, with a football player in it too, Alex Karras as Mongo. But yeah, so Rockridge. But I think Reynolds is a town as well. That's
Andalusia.
Andalusia, probably Illinois City is probably part of this as well. So they cover a big area of Rock Island. Maybe it's Rock Island County. That could be it. Rock Island County and Taylor Ridge. But we're not in Taylor Ridge. We're in Edgington.
Yeah.
So, but it's been all, whatever you want to call this school, it's been all that. So it's been all purple tonight. They've looked really good, and looks like they're getting ready to move to 7-1.
7-1, and now with this victory tonight, it will really help them in their seeding.
Are they 2A usually?
Yeah.
So okay, this is a really good 2A school right here. I mean, this team could definitely make some noise and rumbling in the playoffs, because from what we've seen here tonight, at least, they have a lot of different weapons, and the defense looks really solid. A lot of athletes.
I just think it's kind of humorous what I saw here. I had asked the head coach, Sam Grace from Rockridge, I said, could you please give me your starters? I asked him for that on Monday, asked him for it again on Wednesday, asked him for it again yesterday, and then I finally got him today, after I did it another time.
Who's listed as the starting quarterback?
He was listed as the starting quarterback. Right there he is.
Jacob Bain.
Yep, and he, of course, is out. Period.
Well, playing it close to the vest, a lot like Belichick in the NFL, I guess. You don't want to give up any information to the opposing side, I suppose. But They haven't needed anything extra tonight. They've proved everything on the field. They don't have to do anything other than that. So
I'm looking at their lineup, their defensive allotment, and what they have on defense. How they work it is it's a 3-5-3. Okay, so what they're doing is they're overloading the right or left-hand side depending on which way they feel like Brady Clark is going to throw the ball. He can't go straight back because it's unfortunate, but he wasn't able to block.
Yeah, they're getting pressure right up the middle, so he's got to roll one way or the other, and then they seem to have a linebacker spying him on each side. He's really not able to get loose and run at all. And they're not only just spying him, they're flying in and sacking him as well. So and they're not missing. Usually he has a knack of making people miss the tackles. One guy, he almost always makes one guy miss, but these guys aren't missing. They're getting them down solo tackles off on the edge there. So just nothing doing for the Boilermakers. Hopefully we do get the ball in the second half. We start the second half, come out, and we usually make really good adjustments. And let's get on the board and get that goose egg off there and feel a lot better about things after that happens.
Well, Connor Dean and Cameron Bonsack both were coming in there off the edge. And they would come in with a linebacker, and with the 3 defensive linemen, Clark is not able to do anything. And finally, Kiwanis kept one of the running backs in, but the linebacker is at full speed, or the defensive back is at full speed when he sees Clark and he pushes the blocker into Brady Clark. That happened 3 times that I remember seeing. So it's awful hard to make decisions when you're running for your life. A la Justin Fields last night for the Bears. I mean, there's just no. It's so hard as a quarterback to try to get rid of the ball when you have somebody already on you at that time. So then you try to work trap plays. Well, the trap plays are not working because their line. They've got these. I think they're Finch brothers, Jude and Reese. And they're both 5'9" or 5'5", 150, 135 pounds. They're not big kids, but they are extremely strong. And what I mean by that is the fact that they are really strong because they are really controlling the line of scrimmage. Their line has controlled Kiwanis line of scrimmage like no other team I've seen this year. And then they've got on top of that, they also have a marvelous set of skill position players, which I've not seen them have that many previously, but boy, they sure are.
Yep, good looking team. Can't say enough about them for sure. So the seasons are all kind of coming to an end. Like I said, the soccer team played a really good game in their final game against. It was in East Peoria.
They played Monmouth Roseville, lost in triple overtime.
Yeah, it was a really good game. Sounded like the coaches. I was just reading an article about the coaches. Are real proud of that. Congratulations, my Maroka got 8th place in the state in the golf tournament. I think that is in. Is that Bloomington still where they have the golf tournament? It could be. But yeah, congratulations to them. New seasons are almost getting ready to turn over here.
The state final is in Danville.
The girls golf. Girls golf. Decatur. Okay. But nonetheless, we have about 4 minutes left of halftime. And I'm sure the teams are getting warm because it hasn't warmed up at all here tonight. The wind.
We're warming here though, finally.
Yeah, a lot better than last week. If we were on the roof tonight, I don't know, we'd probably have to strap ourselves down to not get blown off. But wind's still coming pretty good. It might have let up a little bit, but those orange flags at the top of the goalposts are still pretty perpendicular to the yellow pole.
A couple things. First of all, you mentioned about Maya Maroka getting 8th place in the state. Congratulations to her. And that was October 7th and 8th at the Girls State at Red Tail Run Golf and Country Club. And then you mentioned also about the cross country is over with. They had their Patriot Invite. That's tomorrow at Deadwell Park. And then volleyball, they're going to be playing at the Deer Valley Frost South Tournament tomorrow. Or Frost Tournament, I should say. and they're also going to be playing the Putnam County Sophomore Invite tomorrow. And they play Sherrard and the Sherrard Varsity Invite tomorrow also. And they play at Monmouth Roseville on the 17th, which will be Monday, I think. And then the regional start a week from Monday and the 24th, and it will be at Orion. You want to be playing Riverdale, the number 7 and number 9 seed, I believe, is what I remember, I think. So
It looked like that's what it said as well. So there's actually a good amount of fans over there for Kewanee. Hardy fans sitting out there. At least their back is to the wind. So that's got to help a little bit. But we'll see what the Boilermakers do. Like I said, I'd like to see them come out, show a little fight, and get on the board and get that 0 off there. Because that really looks bad when you look up and see that up there.
it is very disheartening, yeah.
What do we got? We got the sponsors. Let me read the sponsor list over there, Russ.
Okay.
You didn't forget that today. Okay, sponsor list: Kewanee Galva Physical Therapy, Union Federal Savings and Loan, People's National Bank, Charlie's Pizza, that's in Cambridge, Great Dane, Motor City, Martin Brothers, State Bank of Toulon. Their locations in Bureau Valley, Princeton, Mendota, and Rockridge games only. Okay, sorry, I probably wasn't supposed to read that. Beck South, Gustafson Ford, All Sides Construction, American Steel Carports, and Elgin's Heating and Cooling. All supporters of the Kewanee Boilermakers Broadcasting.
There you go. So, getting ready for the start of the second half here. Tough game for the boys tonight. Talked to Coach Tim Atwell, the gentleman who is the athletic director for Kewanee. I believe this is the last year that we play Rockridge and they switched things over, depending on what happens. But now there's been some changes in the Three Rivers Athletic Conference. St. Bede has opted out.
Is that going to be just for football or for all sports?
They're going to the Tri-County Conference for all the other sports.
I see. Okay. So yeah, that'll things shift. They always seem to shift every year now. There's always people shifting around. So I imagine the Three Rivers will be looking for it. They'll have a open slot, and we just brought in Monmouth Roseville. Was that last year they came in fully, or just this year?
3 years.
3 years. Okay, I know they kind of phased them in, a little bit, but they'll be there for basketball and everything this year. But yeah, there are a lot of moves moving around everywhere out there. So playoffs still coming up. It's gonna be fun to watch those as we have obviously two really good teams in our conference that we've seen so far. With Newman, who all they ever do is win state championships. It seems like coming in next week to Kewanee to play at the stadium. So come out and check that game out. That'll be the last one of the year at the stadium. Last football game of the year.
Unless Kewanee comes back in this game.
Unless Kewanee comes back in the game. Stranger things have happened. 35-0 at half, though. And both teams matriculating back out to the field, warming up. And within the next couple of minutes, we'll get the kickoff.
We'll see how Kewanee comes out. This is an important, the very first series where they had the football. It's going to be important for Kewanee to really put a real banner on this to say, this is what we need to do.
Yeah, I'd like to see him fire off the ball,
Yeah.
make some plays, control the line of scrimmage, and drive the ball down and get a score. Let's see if they, if they come out ready to fight or not. We'll find out here in a couple of minutes.
People forget about Rockridge, the fact that they have a very good, that we always know that they have an excellent softball program here. But their basketball program is also known for excellence.
Sure.
And football here is also known for excellence too. And their basketball coach, who used to be here, is a guy by the name of Toby Whiteman. And he is an assistant coach out there for the Rockridge Rockets in football too. And of course, an ex-Kewanee player, Andy Say, an ex-Kewanee coach, and the ex-head coach at Galva is Andy Say. He's the head coach over here at Rockridge too.
Yep, they've had I was in the school earlier this week, and there's a few state championship trophies in there, and they really had there's a few years too that they highlighted up there. Back when Ethan Happ was here for basketball, and they got second place, runner up in basketball that year. They had the list of all the sports, and basically all the sports, boys and girls were advancing deep into the runs. I think that the softball is also like a runner-up or third place in state. Back then, this was like 13, 12, 13, something like that, 13, 14, I think. But lots of success for Rockridge in all their sports. So they've got a really good athletic program. Congrats to them for that. But let's see if we can drive down the field with them against them here in this first drive of the second half. Looks like they're taking their sidelines, and we'll open it up. See how it goes.
Yeah, we will go ahead and I'm not sure if they'll put some more time on the clock or not for the second half, Jeremy.
No, we're ready.
Okay. Well, it's not a situation where the Boilermakers are going to be having any opportunities. They need to make their own opportunities right now and to win this second half. I'm not saying it's going to be a tall order to beat a team like this no matter what, but they can win the second half no matter who they play, and it's got to be for pride if nothing else. I'm not giving the game up. I'm just saying you have to be logical about things too. I am shocked at the way they came out in this game talking about Rockridge. I'm really shocked.
Yeah, we didn't think we were going to see such a complete team and so many athletes out there for them, but they're looking really good. Maybe their quarterback injury maybe solidified them a little bit, and they're really playing hard to try to get through that and compensating for that. But they've done everything right in the first half.
Yes, they have. And by the way, the kicker for them again is Austin Vandegeest, and he will be kicking off to Ben Taylor on the near side, and the far side will be Ryan Amos. So if you want him back at it once again, see if they can get a score here. Not a big crowd here for either team. Nice kick by them, and it's going to be into the hands of Taylor. He slips momentarily. Now he's going to come back. He's going to try to bring, and he is brought down by the head. Wow. Comes down by the helmet. He ran laterally. And it'll be first and 10 for Kewanee. Kewanee's got to stop that lateral stuff because Rockridge that time figured out perfectly, and they were able to go ahead and stop Taylor. I'm guessing he was like at the 18-yard line. He moved back.
6 total yards offense for the Boilermakers in the first half, so let's see if we can change that up and remedy it here on this first drive of the second half.
Full house backfield for the Boilermakers. Brady Clark, their quarterback. He's going to hand the ball off. The first man, he's got into the second level, and he's going to be brought down. And that is Duarte. Alex Duarte.
Positive yards on that, gain of about 3 yards. That was a nice run by
Garrett Pettit, the ball carrier, brought down by Cameron Bonsack.
No, that was Duarte, 34, yeah. So it'll be second down and 6 from the Kewanee 20-yard line. They got to get to the 26-yard line. And Clark again, false backfield for Kewanee. That could have been illegal procedure. And this time, he brought down for a very short gain.
He fell forward pretty good right there, actually, so I think he's going to pick up about 3, almost 4 yards on that. Alex
Duarte, the ball carrier,
be a gain of 3 in the play.
brings up third and about 2.
Duarte again. 10:55 left to go in the third quarter. Kewanee trailing it now. With it, the ball is Clark, and he pitches. And it's going to be a
pitching
big
outside
loss.
to Lockett, I do believe, but that's going to be a big loss there.
Nate Lockett, the ball carrier, brought down by Cameron Bonsack.
Bonsack came
Fourth
up there
and
from
about 7.
defensive back position. He immediately came out, and Kewanee lost 4 yards in that play. And Bonsack came up from his defensive back position and made the play on Kewanee.
Brings up 4th down and 6.
Back to kick for Kewanee will be their quarterback and kicker. Brady Clark. On the ground it goes, but he still gets a good kickoff. And a fair catch call for at the Kewanee 48-yard line. And boy,
not the start we were looking for, Russ, for sure. There was two good runs by
The punt
Duarte,
is
but then we
fielded
ran the
by
option
Cameron
play.
Bonsack.
That really went nowhere. Lost some yards on that.
It'll be first and 10 Rockridge at
kick
the
it back to
Boilermaker
Rockridge.
48.
35-0, 10:05 left in the third quarter, and Rockridge takes over in Kewanee territory at the 48-yard line.
and once again the Boilermakers on defense. Now we're seeing for Kewanee out there is, I should say no, he's out there anyway, Devin Hamrick, he's on the far side over here. And once again, Dean the quarterback, he's going to hand the ball off here. Yes, he does. I'm going to have legal procedure now on the Rockridge Rockets.
One of the referees threw the flag out late and it hit one of the Rockridge linemen right in the chest. That's,
Was he emphasizing that
Illegal
was naughty?
procedures are called against the
I don't know. I
Rockridge.
think
It's
they
naughty.
maybe they
The
threw it
walk
right
off
at the
of
person it
five
was called
back
on. I'm
to
not sure,
the
but
Rockridge
well, remember a few years
47.
ago, that guy from Cleveland. Like, in the
First and
NFL.
15.
Face.
Yeah, it was an accident, but he caught
His
that.
eye.
Yeah, I think he lost some vision or something in
It
that
ended his
eye, and
career.
he had to retire. But yeah, that was a crazy play. Back when the flag hit the offensive lineman in the face.
Yeah, and that did end his
Browns.
career, unfortunately. Okay, now in the pistol position is Dean, the quarterback. He's going to hand the ball off again. One to the right-hand side on the crossbuck, and Kewanee just cannot stop their running backs. A gain of 15 on the play. It'll be first and 10 for Rockridge.
Yeah, tough running right there for. Let's see, is that number 11? Number 11, I think that's
Chris Geyer picks up the first down for the Rockets.
Isn't that the first time
First
he's
and
carried
10
the ball tonight?
Rockridge
He had one
at
carry for a
the
loss
37 of
earlier.
Kewanee.
9:55 left to go in the third quarter, and Rockridge leading the
Peyton
Boilermakers.
Cook, would you please come to the
By a
press
score
box?
of
Peyton Cook,
28
please come to the
0.
press box.
Many sets, very ingenious sets that Rockridge has, and they know exactly what they want to do and what it's supposed to be, and they really make you pay if you're a defensive back. Dean, the quarterback, again this time in the shotgun position, hands the ball. He's going to keep it, and he's going to be stopped. No, he was on the outside. He's going to be brought down. Be a loss in the play of about 3.
Good job by the Boiler defensive line right there, getting some penetration and stopping Dean. That was a quarterback run, designed run for the quarterback. He faked it to the running back, tried to go the other direction, but
Connor Dean with the ball.
Boilermakers
loss of
everywhere,
2,
and he
second
lost 2
down
yards.
12.
Ball's backed up from the 37 to 40, so he lost 3 on that play. It'll be second down and 13 for the Rockridge Rockets. 8:50 left to go in this third quarter. He went in trailing Rockridge by a score of 35 to nothing. I think I said 28 nothing. I'm sorry. Before it's 35 to nothing. Rockridge leading the Boilermakers. Ball's given on the crossbuck and the counter, and again they are really doing wonders with that. Carrying the ball that time.
Number 20. Got a new ball carrier for the Rockridge Rockets.
Jacob Fryermuth with the ball.
Fryermuth, they
Be
said.
third and about 7.
I guess that was number 28. I must have saw that wrong. So Fryermuth, with a run of about 5 yards.
Yep. Fairmouth again gets the ball to its manageable. Third down and 7 for the first down. And Kewanee again, defense playing tough. Ball's going to be given on the crossbuck again. This time, Geyer is going to be brought down. Might be back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of 1 on the play. So it's going to be 4th down and 9 to go for the first down. Loss of 2 on the play for Geyer.
Chris Geyer, the ball carrier.
7:42 left to go in this
Loss of 2.
third
Good job by
quarter.
the Boilers D on that one. They
It's
sniffed
4th
that
and
one out.
9.
Another tackle for a loss for the Boilers D, causing a 4th and 9. Let's see if they can get off the field in this on this drive.
And Dean brings in the information from his position, and he is going to get the ball. He's going to throw the ball out in the flat. It's going to be complete, it looks like.
Short though, it's incomplete. Irregardless,
Yeah, It looked like it was.
Oh, they did call it a complete pass, I guess, because they're marking the ball where.
Pass complete
it was a
to
game of about
Cameron
5
Bonsack,
yards,
short of the
6
first
yards
down
to
marker.
Bonsack. But
Kiwanee will
nevertheless,
take over
Kiwanee
first and
takes
10 at
over.
their own 31.
Good job by the D.
Very good.
7:14 left in the quarter.
And Kiwanee again. Just get something going here offensively, like you said. Get off that schneid off of that clock. It would be nice. Of that scoreboard, I should say, Jeremy.
Yeah, get that goose egg out there. Let's see a drive right here. They had a couple of good running plays in the first time they had the ball, but then they had a loss on the third down play, and they had to punt.
Duarte, the lone running back. Ball's going to be given to him. No. And boy, they're all over Clark. Now the ball's going to be thrown out in the flat. It's going to be caught over there for Kiwanee at the 47-yard line.
Pettit.
And that would be for Kiwanee. That would be again.
Brady Clark's pass complete to Garrett Pettit for the first down.
That was a nice little gainer right there. Looks like we gained
Kiwanee the ball at their own 47.
Is that 18 yards?
Yes, from the 30 to the 48. So yeah, 18-yard gain. Ball on the 48-yard line of Kiwanee, and a little bit of movement there. And that time, Clark was able to move around the pocket a little bit. He had some opportunity to move, and he's going to have the ball now. Man in motion for Kiwanee. And that was Campbell, and the ball goes up in the middle. Nice play, and Duarte's off the races. Can they catch him? He's to the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Kiwanee. Boilermakers, touchdown, Alex Duarte, and it's a touchdown. No flags.
Alex Duarte in
That
for
is
the
a
touchdown.
53-yard touchdown run for Alex Duarte.
53-yard
You asked
touchdown
for it,
run
Jeremy.
by Alex
You got
Duarte.
it.
Yes, just what the doctor ordered right there. Get that goose egg off. We got 6 up there now. Get our kicking team come out and get Brady Clark, the all-time leader in extra points in school history. He hopefully can add on another one to his tally right here.
Yeah, we talked about this on the way over. How many games his leg has helped the Boilermakers win?
Well, the Boilers just about quadrupled their total yards on that one play right there. Kicks up and looks good.
Yep,
It is good. So, yeah, great run by Duarte. Right up the middle, he broke a
Kick
couple
is up and
tackles.
good with 6:36
And,
left in
just
the third
no one
quarter
caught
to
him.
score. Rockridge.
I was surprised he really turned on the Jets
35.
there at the end. He's got
Kiwanee,
he's got
7.
surprising speed for a man of his size. So that bodes well. What year is Duarte in school?
Sophomore.
He's only a sophomore, so that's really bodes well.
And also, his size is extremely important. He is 6'1", 195 pounds. Boy, you should talk about the Jets.
6'1", 195, and fast. So that's encouraging for the future of the Boilermakers program. Hopefully, Alex Duarte will be a big part of that.
I think he will be. Plus, he hits hard on defense, too. Sponsor list once again. I'll give you the information there again, folks. Ellis' Heating and Cooling, American Steel Carport, All Sides Construction, as well as Bex South, and the State Bank of Toulon, the State Bank of Galva, and State Bank of Kiwanee also, Martin Brothers, as well as People's National Bank, Great Dane, Charlie's Pizza, Motor City Chevrolet Buick and GMC Truck, as well as People's National Bank, as well as Kiwanee Galva, Stark County Physical Therapy and Rehab Specialists, and Union Federal Savings Loan Association. Hopefully we're giving you enough play on that so you are able to hear what is going on. And the Boilermakers again get their first score of the night, and it makes it 35-7. Rockridge still with the lead, but Kiwanee playing a little bit better that time, and nice run up the middle. And did you notice Duarte cutting that back against the grain that time, Jeremy?
Yeah, he had good vision. He saw the hole. He saw where the hole was. He hit it, and then he had the good strength to break a tackle or two, and got to pay dirt. Looks like Kiwanee pops it up, trying a little. I don't know.
And Kiwanee might have got it.
I think that ball looked like it kind of got loose inside there. So
I actually thought
Taylor's pointing the wrong way.
It
He's trying to
is.
say, he's like, no, we wanted to go the other way.
I actually
Ben?
thought that Kiwanee touched the ball first.
Well, let's see as they're going to
It's gotta
sort
go
it out
10
here.
yards.
Let's see what happens. But
Actually,
a
I'm
pop
looking
fly
at the-
kick.
I'm looking at the 10-yard, the marker out there.
Kickoff recovered
It
by
actually
Reese
was 10
Federer.
yards.
Recovered by Rockridge. So,
Yeah.
yep, Rockridge will take over at, looks like their own 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Rockets. That was a good try by the Boilers. Nothing to lose, obviously, in this game here of 35-7. you need the ball and you need lots of scores. So they tried, and I think they had their hands on it. The ball looked like it was on the ground for a minute, but unfortunate for the Boilers, Rockets recover. And back in, looks like Fryermuth is in the backfield.
Fryermuth has been fast. You can't say a whole lot negative about their backfield. Wow, they're good. And they get it again. This time they get some running room. He's up. He's going to be off to the races again. Oh, what a great arm tackle by Is that Hamrick, I think? If Hamrick didn't get his hand out there, Fryermuth would have gone away for a touchdown.
Boy, you saw that
Devin
speed.
Hamrick.
He was kicking in that speed, and it was one arm between him and Pater. That was a big, strong arm that knocked him over. So
First and 10, Rockridge
D, but that was
at the Kewanee 34.
To the 34. 18-yard run for Fryermuth.
The first and 10, and boy, they are really racking up the yards. And Kewanee would like to stop them and get the ball turned over on downs again, because it's 4-down territory again. Deuce backfield now for Deem, the quarterback, and he's going to get the ball to the running back Fryermuth, and he goes to the right-hand side. He tries to cut it back, and he does, but he's going to be brought down. Going to gain about 5 yards in the play to the 29-yard line. And it'll be gain of 5. It'll be
Jacob
second down and
Fryermuth, the ball
5.
carrier.
Oh boy, they're going to give him another yard besides that.
Tackled by Jaden Little.
Little on the play for Kewanee.
Second and 4.
And they're going to say he gained 6 yards on that play. You wonder how they had these plays come in, you know?
Yeah, they're looking to the sideline, and I don't know if they're holding up a sign or yelling out a number, but everybody out there knows what the play is. They've been executing well.
Deuce backfield, and they try to bounce it off the side. Oh, nice play coming in there by the Boilermakers defensively. Nice play by
Chris Geyer, the ball
DeBoer.
carrier, brought down by Garrett Pettit.
I'm sorry, Garrett Pettit. I'm sorry, I saw the 4. That
The
was
loss brings up third
DeBoer, but it
and
was
7.
Garrett Pettit. Nice play by him to come in there and make the play. 35-7, Rockridge leading the Boilermakers here with 4:53 left to go in the third quarter. Dean, their quarterback, comes over to get the play from their coaching staff. And it is Connor Dean. He is a junior.
Yeah, good play by Pettit there. He flew across, made a play, got a tackle for a loss, and now that it gives us the opportunity to possibly get off the field again for the defense. Rockridge is going to take a timeout and talk it over on this 3rd and 6 play call at the Boilermakers.
Timeout, Rockridge.
So I wonder who's going to be the quarterback next year for Rockridge. His name is Dean. He's a junior this year. And you would size this, Jeremy. Here's the big key with this kid.
He's a big guy.
He is 5'11", 200 pounds.
Yeah, he's a little brick out there. I mean, he doesn't go down easy, and he throws the ball really well. He's got a really good arm. He's put the ball a number of times. There's two to Bonsick for sure. He put the ball right on the money. So things looking bright for Rockridge as well. I hope we don't play much.
And there you go. Well, Kewanee's going to be good next year, though, too. I really feel that. And I thought they were good this year. They've had a few bad breaks over the year, and that's what's really cost them, unfortunately. The game against Monmouth Roseville, that's their game to start the season. The game against, if they don't have the fumbles against St. Bede, that's their game. That's 2 victories swing. That's huge. And then against Hall Township, another one that they could have had. So it is what it is. It's high school football, so you just try to have some fun at it. Trips to the right-hand side now. The ball is going to be kept by Dean. No, I'm sorry, he handed it off. It'll be 4th down for that timeout called by Rockridge.
Jacob Fryermuth with the ball, brought down by Alex Duarte.
Duarte with a nice play. That
4th down for the Rockets, 4th and 5.
It's going to be Kewanee again. They could hold him here, be kind of nice and
be great. Yeah, you get off the field, get your offense back on the field, and see if you can go down. And I think you got to give Duarte the ball a few more times. He had the fumble early, but he did have a good run early on, but they did fumble it. But let's see what he can do. But first, we got to get off the field and stop him on 4th and 5.
And with the quarterback Deem out there, he's going to have the ball. He's going to roll out to his left, and he's going to be chased over there. He's going to throw the ball. That's going to be incomplete, and Kewanee would take over on downs. That was a nicely thrown ball, though, and Dyer was over there. He just couldn't catch up with it.
Connor Deem's pass
Dyer
intended
is
for Chris Geyer is
170.
incomplete.
He's the tallest kid in the world.
Boilermakers
It's awful
take
hard to
over
catch,
first and
especially in a
10.
night like this.
The ball at their own
Yeah,
29.
the ball, it did hit his hands, but it was coming in hard, and he does a good job rolling. He rolls out and then he throws the ball back across his body. He's done that a couple of times tonight, but he puts the ball really where he wants to, and he gave his receiver an opportunity. But now the Boilers' offense has an opportunity. We scored on a 53-yard Alex Duarte run the last possession. Boilers take over at their own 29-yard line.
Spread offense for Kewanee, trips to the left-hand side for Kewanee. One man in the backfield next to Brady Clark. Clark looking to pass. Now he has some time. He steps up in the pocket. He starts running. He just fumbled the ball. Did they get it back or not? I couldn't see.
Yeah, Brady jumped back on it, and got real lucky right there because there's a Rockridge player jumped on the ball, but it just it squirted right out, and Brady was right there. To
Fumble on
jump.
the play recovered by Brady Clark of the Boilermakers.
We gain a yard on that.
It'll be 2nd and 9. The ball at the 30.
That was stripped out of his hand. It looked like the team punched it out. 3:31 left to go in this third quarter. Clock starting up again. 2nd down and 9 for the Boilermakers at their own 30-yard line. Looking things over as Clark in the pistol position now. Man in motion. Duarte now running it as Clark all the way. And he stays on his feet. He's going to be brought down. He's close to the first down. He's going to be a little bit short there, I think.
Also, a flag came out in the area.
Brady
of
Clark, the
holding
ball
right there,
carrier,
so
brought down by Ryan Lauer
if
of
this
Lower.
stands. If so, we're going to be real close to a first down.
There was a flag on the
But
play.
they're walking it backwards. So apparently, holding against.
Holding is the call against the
That might
Boilermakers.
be the first penalty that's been accepted against the Boilermakers tonight.
I think it's the first penalty that's been accepted. So they've done a good job.
There's our bright spot. That's
There
what
you
we
go.
could talk about. They really have controlled the penalties well tonight.
A walk-off back to the 15.
Oh, yeah, we're going to go back to camera.
So that is not just a penalty of 10
Second
yards.
and
15
24.
on that one,
Yeah, and the reason being it's from the spot of infraction.
So it's 5 yards deep behind the line of scrimmage where the holding occurred.
Yep.
No bueno for the Boilers, but let's see. Second, and what's it say? Second and 24.
Back to passes. Clark. Now he's going to be pushed out of the pocket. He's going to be brought down. Another deep ball.
Back again. You're going to lose about another 5 yards on that one.
So the one bright spot, Duarte running the football.
Brady Clark, the ball carrier.
And,
Brought down by Ryan
all of a
Lower.
sudden, it's once
Third
again,
down for the Boilermakers.
The first string defense still in there for Rockridge, and they are really making Kewanee pay for every single yard that they try to get. 2:22 left to go in the third quarter. Kewanee creating Rockridge by a score of 35-7. Kewanee has scored the only points thus far in the second half. We talked about winning the second half. You want to win the second half. You want to outscore the other team because they still got their first string defense out there.
3rd and 26. It's going to be, I don't know that anybody has a 3rd and 26 play to call, especially against the defense, but they're going to pin their ears back and be coming after Brady on this one.
And there's the snap. It's going to be in his hands. He's looking. It's going to be across the center, and it's going to be back for a screen pass. And a gain of maybe 3 in the play. Actually, it was a hold over there on Kewanee. No call on it.
Let's see, who caught that one? That was Jaden Little.
Pass complete to Jaden Little.
His first catch of the night.
And see, that's one thing that when you can contain Jaden Little, you're going to
Tackled by Reese Finch.
So Finch once again, and he's a lineman.
Back to punt.
And here comes the kick. And Clark gets it over there. It's going to be fair caught at the Kewanee 46-yard line with 1 minute left to go in this third quarter. And Rockridge leading the Boilermakers by a score of
Thunder's field is
35-7.
at the Kewanee 46, where it'll be 1st and 10, Rockridge.
Fast-moving quarter so far. Not a lot of scoring, just the one touchdown by the Boilermakers. Duarte on a 53-yard run.
Scores 35-7. All Rockridge so far, and as they take over possession at the Kewanee 46-yard line.
I'm looking to see them throw the ball a little bit more in this drive. They've got single coverage over on the near side here. And with the football going out, as Dean, he's going to hit the balls on the ground. Can Kewanee get it?
All right, yes, they
They
did.
do. Kewanee gets the fumble.
I hope you guys were able to see that one. It kind of went back pretty far, but
Duarte gets
Fumble on
that
the play
fumble.
recovered by Alex Duarte of
did
the
Blake
Boilermakers.
Johnson on the sack?
Yeah, Blake Johnson gets the
First and 10
sack.
He
Kewanee.
came in, flying in, tracked Deem down, sacked him, knocked the ball loose, and Duarte was there to scoop it up. So there's the first turnover by Rockridge. Good play by two of the good
First and
defensive
10
players for the
Kewanee at their own 48.
Can you see over there okay, Jeremy?
I sure can.
I want to make sure you both can see. And the Boilermakers now, first and 10 now at the 48-yard line of Rockridge. And now the ball is going to be back to pass. Is Brady Clark now going to have the ball thrown out there? It's going to be incomplete. And there's a flag out there of the offsetting penalties because there's a holding call on the backfield. They tackled one of the Kewanee players, tackled one of the Rockridge players.
Well, he had him down, but he laid on
There
him a
are
little
two
too long,
flags on
I
the
think,
play.
and he drew the flag. It kind of landed right on his back, too, so we saw that one just as he was throwing the ball. We knew there was going to be a hold back here, but then downfield, it looked like there's going to be a pass interference probably against Rockridge, so
Yes. 52.
holding Kewanee.
There's a hold.
Pass interference, Rockridge.
Payoffs.
Offset, so we're just
Holding
going to redo
against
first
Kewanee
down.
and pass interference against the Rockets.
So we'll play it over.
Offsetting
All that
penalties
for
is a
naught.
repeat of
Yeah.
first down, the ball at the Rockridge 48.
52 seconds left to go in the third quarter. The Boilermakers are playing better this quarter. They do trail in the game, however, 35-7 to the Rockridge Rockets. And the Boilermakers back out of the huddle. Little split out to the near side here. Actually, he's in tight now, it looks like. Split out is going to be Ben Taylor. Little in the slot. One man in the backfield. And that, I should say outside backfield. And that is Duarte.
Pettit.
Thank you. So it'll be a loss of one on the play. It'll be second down and 11 with 37 seconds
Garrett
left to go.
Pettit, the ball carrier.
The clock is running.
Tackled by Jude Finch.
Ball right
Loss
on the
of
midfield
two,
marker
second
now,
down
the
12, the
50-yard
ball
line.
at midfield.
Second down for Kewanee. Actually, a loss of
Couple yards on that
Yeah,
one. Yeah, lost
two.
a couple yards
Yeah.
on that. So second and 12 for the Boilermakers, right at the 50-yard line. The ball sits.
13 yards. 13 seconds left to go, I should say, in the third quarter. Little split out this time to the right-hand
Yeah,
side.
I'm sure they're aware of it. If you hurried up, and they're going to wait for the clock to run out. It looks like.
2-1, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Kewanee scores the only touchdown in the third quarter, and that makes the score here at the end of the third quarter. Rockridge 35 and Kewanee 7, and the Boilermakers again. And it was heartening to see the way they came out in that third quarter, Jeremy.
Sure, yeah, it shows the pride that they have in their team. Good job by the coaches. The team is definitely
That's the end
bought
of
in.
the
They
third
came out
quarter
and
with
fought
the
hard,
score.
even though they were down 35-0.
Rockridge 35, Kewanee 7.
Rockridge without scoring.
And the winner
Got a
of
good
the
touchdown run by
Yard
Duarte.
line sales for the third
Turn
quarter.
them over now.
The ball is
Just a
on
couple
the
good plays
50
on defense
to
by
Keith
the
Bogner.
Boilermakers. And second down and 12 from right at the, well, they didn't have to move the ball at all, did they?
No.
It was right at the 50-yard line when they switched quarters. So.
The teams had to go a long ways, though.
Right. They basically just walked across the 50-yard line and changed it up. So we'll see how the fourth quarter goes. It'd be big to see the Boilers score again. Let's get a few more stats. We're still not looking very good in the stat department so far for tonight. So let's get some of those. Get a couple more touchdowns. Have some fun.
By the way, his name is Jeremy Peart. My name is Russ Hughes, and sorry if I was a little bit negative there. I guess that was kind of shell-shocked in that first half. And alongside us here, bringing us some information as the time goes on, is Jerry Salisbury, Mr. Stats for Kewanee, and it's good to have him with us in the booth this time, Jerry Salisbury. Except he's got that gold and yellow Green Bay hat on. you know? Jeez. We got to give him a hard time. Oh, here we go. Clark Cassidy's got and he fumbled the ball.
But he got it back, so he dropped back to pass. He's in the shotgun. We had one receiver was going out deep.
A fumble on the play recovered by Brady Clark of the Boilermakers.
Stripped again.
Loss
from
of 1.
But he did fall on it, so it's going to bring up
and
third and
12.
13.
Yep.
From their own 49, so let's go. I think it's 2-down territory for sure here. We're going to see what happens. Unless we lose any more yards.
Yeah.
Let's at least get a little positive, get it down to a manageable, maybe 3rd and 6 or something, or 4th and 6, and then we can go for it.
So that was remarking about Jerry Salisbury's hat, and I should have been watching the game. Sorry, folks. So thank you, Jeremy, for bringing that up. 11 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in the football game, and Kewanee trailing Rockridge by a score of 35-7. However, they scored the only touchdown thus far in the second half. Split out to the near side is James Campbell, one man in the backfield for Kewanee. And let's see what we can come up with here. Back to pass is Brady Clark. And he throws the ball out there. It's going to be incomplete. Oh, what a nice play there by Little. Little knocked it out of the hands of the interceptor. It would have been intercepted otherwise.
Yeah, it was underthrown.
Pass is knocked down by Chris Geyer of the Rockets.
Back on that
Fourth
one. He
down
really just
for
went
the
up and kind of
Boilermakers.
backed it down with his hand, right out of the defender's awaiting hands. Sorry, I think that was just out of the frame of the camera there. I'll try to keep it moving on those long plays, but 4th and 13. I don't know. What do you do here, Russ? Yeah, I mean, you could just kick it back to him and try to switch the field position. Let your defense maybe try to score as well. But it looks like they're calling a play, so they're going to run.
It's taking a long time, though. They need to get things going here.
4th and 13 for the Boilermakers from their own 49-yard line.
Campbell split out to the near side again. And now they're going to let him jump off sides, and Kewanee will have a much closer place to go. It'll be 4th down and 7 instead of 4th down and 13.
That's better. That's better for sure.
Down.
So,
sorry, 4th down and
offside is the call against the Rockets. The walk off of 5 brings up 4th and about 8.
4th down and 8. Sometimes you get tongue-tied in this situation, you know?
Right, so, well, that moves the ball over midfield for the Boilermakers, and this is much more manageable 4th down play. Still going to the air, though, I'm sure.
Clark looking to pass. He's under heavy pressure, and he's going to throw the ball out there. No, he's going to run. Now he's going to throw the ball out there. Is it going to be caught?
Intercepted.
Rockridge,
yes.
And now there's a flag coming in.
Huh.
From across the field. What's that all about?
Well, he didn't tackle him, but he was still in the air, so he had to, grab him and slam him to the turf, but I didn't see anything. I don't know how you would have seen a face mask.
Pass intercepted by Trevor Dye of the Rockets. There was a penalty at the end of the play.
Face mask at all, but I guess he did. So either way, it's going to be a turnover, interception. Brady Clark.
Yeah.
There was an interception to the Rockridge player. They're going to tack on 15 yards for something else there, and so much for the drive for the Boilermakers on that one.
Yeah, maybe that punt would have been better, but hey, you don't know. You got to roll the dice and see what you can do. It's a 15-yard penalty. It's a huge walk-off.
I was going to say, just throwing the interceptions, not that big a
First
deal.
and 10 Rockridge, the ball at their own 43-yard line.
I didn't see what they did. I didn't see the penalty, unless it was excessive.
They said it was face mask, but
okay, well that's what it was then. So 1st down for Rockridge. They get the ball at their own 43-yard line, and then this is just stuffed big time by Kewanee.
Nowhere to go there. Somebody blew that one up. Looks like 78 I saw getting up off the bottom of the pile there.
Jacob Fryermuth, the ball carrier. Tackled by Dan Boswell.
Plugging things
Loss
up
of
in the
2,
middle.
2nd down 12.
Normally he is on offense, not on defense, but that was a nice play by Dan Boswell for Kewanee. And Boswell, again, is a junior. He's 6'1", 305 for Kewanee. And once again, Kewanee, 2nd down and 12. Ball back to pass is a Dean, and it's going to be thrown out in the flat. It's going to be incomplete or complete. What are they going to say? Hey, see,
Connor Deem's pass complete to Balin Lehman.
Lehman caught that.
A gain to the 48.
About a 5-yard
Third
gain
down
for
and
the Rockridge
5.
there. Brings up 3rd and 5 from their own 48-yard line. Everything's been happening right here in the middle of the field.
And with 9:35 left to go, clock running.
Byron that caught that last one?
I don't know.
Let's see. I'm going to give it to him. Suggested.
So again, 3rd down with 9:15 left to go in the football game. Kewanee trailing away, score 35-7. Ball kept by Dean, the quarterback. He's going to go around. He's going to have the first down. And the tackle over there by the
Connor Deem with the ball. Brought down by Devontae Jordan.
He
Picks up the
Devontae
first down.
Jordan on the tackle for Kewanee.
First and 10 Rockridge.
For Deem,
The ball at the Kewanee 44.
He gained about 10 yards on that.
So it'll be, again, first and 10 for Rockridge. 9 minutes and 5 seconds left to go after they call the timeout for the first down. They'll start the clock here momentarily. 35-7, Rockridge leading the Boilermakers. The ball is on the 44-yard line of Kewanee. And again, the clock still hasn't started yet. Not sure why. 9:06 left to go. Dean has it. He's going to hand the ball off. And Vermouth is off to the 41-yard line.
So I can gain about 5 yards on that. Garrett Pettit came flying
Jacob
through there, had a
Vermouth with
chance
the
to
ball,
make a
brought
tackle
down
for a
by
loss
Cruz
right there, but
Paradis.
Vermouth was fast and elusive on that one, and he
Gain of
turned
5,
it upfield
second
for a
and
gain of
5.
5.
Cruz
Ball
Paredes
just
on the stop
inside
for
the
the
40-yard
Boilermakers,
line
by
of
the way.
Kewanee.
Seems like we keep talking about it every time we see him in there. He does a great job. And second down and 5, as Jeremy mentioned, 8:32 now left to go. Clock running. Trips to the right-hand side for Rockridge. Dean, their quarterback, has the ball. He's going to hand the ball off right away. And this time, the ball is going to be taken down to the 38-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 2 for the
Jacob
first down.
Vermouth again, the ball carrier.
3rd down and 3 for the
Gain
first
of
down.
about 1. Brought down by Jackson Hawkins.
Jackson Hawkins on the play. I don't think I've seen
3rd and
Jackson
4.
Hicks in this game yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's on the far side of the field for us where we're at, but I have not noticed him being in there either.
Nice facility here for us. The press box is very nice here at Rockridge. We appreciate that fact. Last time I was here, we were in a little shack across the way. It was not very nice. 3rd down and 3. Ball is going to be kept by Dean, and he's going to cross the first down marker and get the ball down to the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Rockridge.
About another 10 yards for Deem on that carry. That's basically the same
Connor
play.
Deem with the ball, brought down by
He
Devontae
fakes
Jordan.
it to the running back and then just takes
First
it
and
closer
10 Rockridge.
the guard tackle hole.
The ball
and
at the
there's a hole there, and
Kewanee
he's barreling
30.
through for another 10. Clock's running, 7:26 left in the fourth quarter, 35-7 Rockridge.
Once again, Boilermakers back on their heels here a little bit this time. 7:16 left to go, and again, they need to get a stop here. 1st and 10 for Rockridge. Deem is going to hand the ball off. Farmer has it. He cuts it inside. He's got a huge hole down to the 20-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Again, they've got a ton of first downs.
Jacob Vermouth picks up the first down for the Rockets.
They are driving
Brought
again
down by
for sure,
Devontae Jordan
on this
and
this
Cruz
series.
Paradis.
Another 10 yards for the Rockets.
That'll be another first down once again. And Jordan and Perez on the stop for Kewanee. 6:50 now left to go in this football game. And again,
90 yards now for Firebooth. About to get their second player into triple digits.
and
rushing.
back to pass is Dean, and he's being chased over there, and he's going to be brought down. Nice performance.
Connor
by
Dean
Kewanee.
brought down by Jackson Hawkins.
Jackson Hawkins.
A loss
again.
on the play
good-
of
good
about
sack
3,
by him
second
right
down
there.
13.
He shot through, and Deem was running away, but he caught him and grabbed his shirt, drug him down. Be a loss of about 4 on that play.
2nd down and 14, the ball back on the 23-yard line. And they're back at it real fast this time. 6 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the game. and trips to the left-hand side. They've already got the formation called, and this time they got 3 people on the left side and just 1 man in the backfield with Dean, the quarterback. He's going to hand the ball off. Who keeps the ball, runs to his right, and he's going to be brought down, but he keeps running. Kiwani's not able to get him off his feet. Like we talked about earlier, he is a big young man. He's not a tiny person. He is
Connor Deem, again the ball carrier, brought down by Draven Peterson
5'11", 200.
and Blake Johnston.
Johnston and Peterson on the play for Kiwani.
Gain of 5, 3rd and 5 for the Rockets.
So he got back 9 yards in that play, looks like. So 3rd down for Rockridge, 2 down territory here. Be nice to see the negative play here. Deem, their quarterback, Connor Deem, looking now. He rolls out. He almost got caught there, and they finally get him, but he gets away again.
Yeah,
Loose.
Boilermakers strung that play out, strung it out, but Fryermuth had the speed to
Fryermuth
get
brought
to the
down
edge.
near the goal line at about the 1.
Yep, and he almost turned
Alex
it up and got it
Duarte
in.
on the tackle.
Duarte, nice play by him.
It'll
once
be
again.
1st and goal for the Rockets at the Kiwani 2-yard line.
They've not scored yet in this second half. 5 minutes left to go in the game. Again, Rockridge leading the Boilermakers by a score of 35-7. He has the play, and I bet he's going to want to go ahead and get it in for himself if he can. And he's going to take the ball, and he does run it, and he's going to go in untouched. 1-yard touchdown for
Connor Dean in for the touchdown.
He's played the entire game. I'm kind of surprised he's still in the game.
Well, they probably want to get him some reps. I don't, he probably hasn't practiced had a whole lot of game experience because of, he is the backup quarterback. So I'm guessing they're just trying to get him some snaps. They pulled Peyton Locke out early. I don't know that he's played much, at least on the offensive end. In the second half here, he had 105 yards quickly in that first half. But it's been all Fryermuth and Gene.
Austin Vendigee's kick is up and good.
4:30, is that
With 4:37 left in the game, Rockridge 42, Kiwani 7.
So Kiwani's
And that's
been
another
handled
$25
pretty much
given
this
to
game.
Rockridge Athletics
this,
by our friends
first
over
half.
at SoStar.
And Boilermakers really trying hard, but it's just been a really hard situation against this very tough Rockridge team. I'm very surprised at their skill set, but I'm more impressed with their linebackers and the way that their defensive people have changed things up to make it to where they have blitzed with effectiveness, and they have controlled the line of scrimmage from the very first play until now. I mean, it's been all Rockridge, unfortunately.
They've got a stable of athletes for sure, and we've seen them all on defense tonight, and a lot of them on offense as well. So, good-looking team, Rockridge is.
They're going to go a ways in 2A. And here's the kickoff, and it's going to be high in the air. Nope. It's going to bounce, and Kiwani has it. Amos has it. He goes to his right-hand side. He likes to go around the right side. He turns the corner, and he's going to stand his feet, but he's going to be knocked out of bounds at about the 35-yard line. Still trying to figure out what happened. You said it was a face mask that propelled Rockridge to go all the way down for the touchdown.
Traylon Amos on the return, tripped up by Balin
Didn't see
Lehman.
much.
It'll be
but it
first
definitely
and
did
10
spark them,
Kiwani.
and They just got about 5 10-yard runs on that. Got it down, poked it in. Never did throw the ball, I don't think, on that drive.
I tried, but
The ball
it
at
was
the
incomplete.
Was there one pass?
37.
It was incomplete. So Kiwani will be back on offense, trailing again by a score of 42-7, 4:29 left to go in the football game. Clark in an empty backfield keeps it, looking to run, and he's going to stay on his feet. He's going to go across the 40-yard line.
Well,
Brady
positive
Clark, the
yardage
ball
there.
carrier.
That's good. He gained about
Brought
3,
down by
maybe 4
Reese
yards
Finch.
on that. So good blocking by the offensive line.
And Von Myers.
And
Gain of about 3, second down 7.
Ben Taylor split out to the left-hand side. And in the slot is for Kiwani. That's that Lockett. Back to pass. And that's going to be across the middle. It's going to be caught over there by Kiwani.
Ben Taylor with the catch. Gain of about the first down.
Pass complete to Ben Taylor. Brought down by Balin Lehman.
They're moving
Gives the
sticks,
Boilermakers the first and 10 at their own 47.
And Kiwani back on offense again. 3:42 left to go in this football game. Again, Rockridge leading the Boilermakers to the last touchdown by a score of 42-7. Full house backfield for Kiwani this time. Brady Clark has it. Hands off to Duarte. Duarte gets to the second level. Keeps fighting. Look at him work hard with those legs. He's going to be brought down, but not before he gets the ball up to into the 45-yard line into Rockridge territory. It's going to be a gain of 7 or maybe even 8 on the play with 3:15 left to go in the football game. 8, let's say. So
Alex Duarte, the ball carrier, brought down by a plethora of Rockridge tacklers.
3:04 left to go in the football
game.
Second
and 2 for the
67
Boilers.
yards so far for Duarte on the game, and he's been the one bright spot on offense.
Peterson split out to the left-hand side, offside eye backfield for Kiwani. Under center is the quarterback, Clark. He hands it off to Kiwani's Duarte, puts a stiff arm, and he's going to be brought down. But not before he gets it to the 35-yard line.
Alex Duarte brought down by Brody Nicholson.
A very poor spot.
Picks up the first down for Kiwani. The ball at the Rockridge 35-yard
line. Now they get it back. Well, I guess they got far off. And it's not going to make a whole lot of in this particular juncture of the game. But Kiwani back once again. And this time, Brady Clark is in the quarterback again. Twitch to the right-hand side for Kiwani, one man in the backfield. And that Brady Clark looking to pass. And he's going to throw it, and he's got to play over there. It's going to be caught over there by the Boilermakers, and they get the ball down to the 3-yard line. Is that Lil? It was a fade, I know that. It's hard to see.
Caught by Jaden Little near the goal line.
So Little did catch it.
So how far was that? That was about a 30.
Tackled by Jacob
33-yard gain. Yep.
First and goal for the Boilers at the 2-yard line.
2:17 left to go in the football game. Kiwani with that long pass gets the ball deep inside the territory of the Rockridge Rockets. So it's first to go for the Boilermakers. And again, full house backfield for Kiwani. And the ball's going to be given to Duarte. No, kept by Clark, and he's going to go in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Brady Clark. Touchdown, Boilermakers.
Is that just a 1-yard run, it looked like?
Brady Clark in for the touchdown.
So it's going to be, let's give him a 2-yard touchdown run on that one.
1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Brady Clark punches it in from 2 yards out. Get the second touchdown of the night for the Boilermakers. So the score right now is 42-13, and Brady Clark looks to add to his career record extra points at the school. See if he can tack another one on here tonight.
And you look at a couple of things. I mean, he has the field goals that have won a couple games for him. He's got an awful lot of extra points. It's a real quality player for the Boilermakers. 42-13, the score. Rockridge beating the Boilermakers. The kick is up, and it is good. And
Brady Clark's kick is up and good. With 1:52 left in the game, Rockridge 42, Kiwani 14.
80%. His percentage on field goals is 71%. It's just a tremendous thing for their quarterback because he takes hits all the time, Jeremy.
Yes. Yeah, he's a tough kid, and he's got a lot of talent, and he works real hard at what he does, and he's fun to watch.
Yes, he is. Now, Kiwani has not given up in this game. They were down big to begin with, 35 to nothing in this game at halftime, and they've fought back to where it's 42-14. But
so we're leading the second half, 14-7. Let's just talk about. Let's forget about that first half because there wasn't anything you want to remember if you're a Boiler fan from that.
It was a surprise.
Yeah, anyways, Rockets jumped on them pretty quick. So let's see what we do. Probably maybe a little onside action or something here for the Boilermakers.
And it
try
was
to get the
good.
ball back and punch another one in.
Actually, they came pretty close last time, Jeremy. Remember?
Yes, they did. They had their hands on the last kick. So let's see if they try that again.
And here comes the.
Oh, we're missing somebody.
Yes, we are. And you can get a delay of game if they don't watch out here. So glad you could join us tonight on both Kewanee High School Sports and Special Events and on WKI. And it's going to be in between, caught at the 18-yard line, and they're going to kneel it down. Class play by them, of course. Their class program. That's
Cameron Bonsack fielded the kickoff.
Minute 48 left.
It'll
so
be first
I don't
and
know
10
that they
for the
can,
Rockets.
They can't really
The
line
ball
up
at
in
their
victory
own
formation, but they'll run a couple of plays.
23-yard line.
If they do get a first down, that'll be that.
Kewanee still has their. Now they've got a lot of new players out there now. Let me give you some of the numbers here, folks, so you know who they are. Waylon Lambert, Jontavian Thomas. I'll give you some more of them here for Kewanee. Grady Schultz is out there. Yeah, a lot of new faces out there for the Boilermakers. Devontae Jordan's still out there, of course, one of the starters. Also out there for Kewanee. Here comes the play, and it's going to be a good job by the Kewanee defensive line. And on the play that time for Kewanee was Mikey Gomez.
Jacob Prymuth, the ball carrier.
And
loss of 2.
Also out there for
second
Kewanee.
and 12.
Going to give a couple more of the young men who practice hard all week. They need to be given some recognition for what they do. Cruz Perez back out there for Kewanee. On the defensive backs. And also out there for Kewanee, Braden Conley. Second down with 1:03 left to go. And the ball is given to the running back. And Kewanee's defense really has stepped it up a ton here. 42-14 the score.
Jacob Prymuth with the ball
Prymuth
again.
got stopped right away. It's going to be third down
Gain
and
of
11.
1, third down 11.
With 45 seconds left to go in the football game. Kewanee content to let this one run out. And again, we'll have senior night next week. It'll be at Kewanee High School Stadium. Kewanee will be playing the Newman Central Catholic Comets. And once again, victory formation now for Rockridge, and that's going to do it. Kewanee comes up on the short end of a game here against the Rockridge Rockets.
That's the ball game. Final score: Rockridge 42, Kewanee 14.
And we're going to go ahead and we will. I know you don't want to hear the cowbell. That's only for Don't Fear the Reaper. That's why you have to have more cowbell.
BOC, Louis or Cole.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I was just trying to tally up the unofficial stats here for the Knights. Kewanee's didn't take very long to go ahead and tally their totals up. Unfortunately for the Boilermakers, they did have 53 yards on the ground and 78 yards through the air for 131 yards total. For the Boilermakers, Brady Clark was 6 out of 10 for 78 yards. Jaden Little caught 2 passes for 35. Garrett Pettit 1 for 18. Ben Taylor 3 for 26 through receiving. Running now, yes. Brady Clark had a tough night. Took a lot of hits tonight. 8 carries. He got back to 0 yards. So that was something. Landon Mason had 1 carry for 0. Garrett Pettit had 3 carries, -6. Duarte was, the one thing shining through tonight. 77 yards on 5 carries. For him, Nate Lockett had, unfortunately, a tough night there. 4 carries, -18. 1 fumble, 1 interception for the night for the Boilermakers, and pretty clean on penalties. Actually, we had the two 15-yarders because I forgot to mark down that last face mask. But 30 yards on 2 15-yard penalties for the Boilermakers. All right, for the Rockridge Rockets. Now there was a lot more adding going on that side. So they had on the ground 257 yards through the air.
they had 161 yards for 418 total yards. Let's see. Connor Deem was the quarterback. Most of the time, Locke did throw one pass for, he was not caught, but Deem threw 13 passes. And he completed 7 out of 13 through the air for Deem for 161 yards. No interceptions, and he had 3 touchdown passes, I believe. So yeah, that was a really good night for the new quarterback for the team because their old quarterback did get hurt, but Deem stepped right in and had a really good night. Receiving for Rockridge, we had Peyton Locke early on, had 73 yards on 3 catches. Cameron Bonsack had 2 catches for 76, and Veron had 2 catches for 10 yards. So 418 yards. Now on the ground, let's see. Alex Zerlantes had 3 carries for 5 yards. Chris Geyer had 4 carries for 6 yards. And you get Peyton Locke had 7 carries for 105 yards all in the first half. He was far away their most talented running back, but they sat him for the entire second half on offense. Deem carried the ball a lot, 10 carries for 42 yards. Fryermuth, the sophomore, came in the second half and in the first half, and he ended up with, I had him down for 18 carries for 99 yards. So just 1 yard short maybe of the 100, or maybe he did have 100 if someone else was counting. 1 fumble for Rockridge given up, so 1 turnover for Rockridge, 2 turnovers for Kewanee. They did have 3 penalties for 25 yards. They had a whole mess of first downs, and that's a really good looking team right there. Rockridge is, I would say. 2A, look out, because those guys, these guys here got something to say probably in that division, at least in the north half of the state.
And they played a 318, which was, of course, the Princeton Tigers. We'll move the camera down here, folks. There's the score. Again, my name is Russ Hughes, alongside us Jeremy Puritan. This has been I was really disappointed with the way Kewanee came out, but they're just that good a team. What my friend Bob McKee says is you tip your cap to them. They're just that good of a team. They're a very well coached team, and they're very. There's a lot of weapons that they use, and they use them all, but it all starts with that line, Jeremy Pierre, and that makes a big difference. I want to mention unanimous first team all conference running back Peyton Locke last year had 1,084 total yards and 14 TDs. But he alone was the difference to start this game, and then everybody else kind of followed suit.
Yeah, he was really an engine. They didn't have to use him a whole lot, but they ran him out of the Wildcat. He threw a pass or 2. Like I said, he was starting off to have his Heisman Trophy moment tonight because that first quarter he caught a 59-yard touchdown, then he ran for 63, or maybe I flipped around those numbers. Anyways, 2 really long touchdowns, 1 running, 1 passing, and it was an impressive night. He's an impressive player. Rockridge is an impressive team. Unfortunately, the Boilermakers go down in defeat. Their slim playoff hopes have now been dashed, but we do get to go play Newman next week. Now, I expect Kewanee to be up for that game, and we need to go get our first win ever against the Comets.
Yeah, and I think Kewanee will be ready to in that game. That'll be a good game for Kewanee, and we're hoping that we'll be joined by the head coach of Kewanee, Brad Swanson. I think I forgot to give his name at the beginning of the game, but I did have it on my information I gave on the.
Well, he had him looking good. He had him looking good in the second half, so we'll talk about that. But next week, come on out. Last game of the season. Come out and see Newman play Kewanee on the new turf, the new lights. Hopefully, those lights will be flashing a lot every time we score.
Yep, I think it'll be a good game and a high-scoring game for the Boilers. Just got to play their type of game and shut down their offense. Newman's always got a very good offense. They're a very well-coached team year after year after year. And have to mention, too, that we don't know what happened with the rest of the Mississippi division, but Kewanee has got 1 more game to play, and right now they are 2-3 in the division. It'd be nice to see them end up 3-3. Again, so close in so many games. Losing to St. Bede, yes, it was 14, but turned the ball over a couple of times. Lost to Hall by just a matter of points, not much. And also losing to a team that I think is one of the better ones around. It was anyway. It was Monmouth Roseville. Should have beat them first game of the season, I thought, Jeremy.
That would have been big. Yeah, we'd still be alive right now and still fighting for playoff life. But unfortunately, ball didn't bounce that way. The St. Bede game could have went either way as well. The Hall game could have went either way. So there's three of the 5 losses now. Obviously, Princeton and Rockridge, there was no mincing words with those. Those were two poundings by two good teams. But the rest of them, we were in all the games, and they all could have bounced either way. We could have lost an extra game or two. Morrison, for example, ended up being a really close game. We could have lost that one too, on either side of it. That we lost. Yeah. So you never know how it's going to go, but it didn't go well tonight. And hopefully, I think I got a better feeling about next week. I think they're still going to come out and play hard against Newman, and looking forward to watching that.
Yeah, they had a couple good victories. The victory last week against Mendota, 35-34, was really a good one. And then they also had a really good victory against Bureau Valley, 40-7. And also beat Morrison 16-14. Lost 22-16 the first game of the season. Kewanee did to Monmouth Roseville, 22-16, and they were driving with the ball, if I remember correctly, Jeremy. And unfortunately, they turned the ball over and didn't get that victory there. But you get a couple going there, and you're 4-0 when you play Princeton. Maybe maybe they lose, but maybe it'll be different complexion to that game. Same thing with Hall too, but tough division that Kewanee is in. And boy, I tell you what, this division, it's Rockridge and everybody else. They are an outstanding football team, and they're a classy team. They could have run the score up. I know they probably kept Locke because they didn't want him to get hurt, but Peyton Locke is the real deal. He's all conference. He was last year. He will be this year, of course, too. But anyway, I don't see Coach coming up. Do you see him coming up?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and we'll want to say thanks to everybody for listening. This broadcast has been brought to you by these sponsors. And, of course, they are Kewanee High School Sports and Special Events. Thank you so much to Dr. Chris Sellens for allowing us to bring you these games, and also to the Kewanee High School School Board. Thank you so much for allowing us to bring you these games, as well as the gentleman who does the yeoman's work, and that, of course, is Coach Tim Atwell, the athletic director for Kewanee High School. Thank you so much to him, too. And I want to thank you to all the sponsors for WKEI also. For Elgin's Heating and Cooling, American Steel Carport, All Sides Construction, Kewanee, Galva, Stark County Physical Therapy and Rehab Specialists, as well as Union Federal Savings and Loan Association, Charlie's Pizza, Great Dane, People's National Bank, Martin Brothers, the State Bank of Toulon, with their branches in Toulon, Kewanee, and Galva. Also, Beck's South, as well as, again, I think I already mentioned All Sides Construction, and Motor City Chevrolet Buick and GMC, and Motor City Used Cars on the south side of Kewanee. Thanks, everybody, for listening. We appreciate it. Unfortunately, the score is not what you want it to be. Kewanee comes up on the losing edge by a score of 42-14 to the Rockridge Rockets. And for Jeremy Peart by my side, as well as our friend Jerry Salisbury, this is Russ Hughes saying good night and God bless.
No, unplug it.